Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Temptations of Aitseh with What Team Comp. I'm your host, the Uncommon Guru. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
E. The deep
E.
baritone of it. E. Nope.
Just E.
Gotta add that sweet contrast.
This episode was founded by the letter E. Oh,
Lord
goodness.
Marquard has sponsored this.
Oh, if if that were a case, that'd be a very interesting thing. Although apparently, I actually did not realize he had his own Twitch stream. Don't ask how I didn't know that. But I got to see some of his stuff from I think it was yesterday, where he was playing a game with Mark and Ethan. Not Mark, Wade and Ethan. Mark was the one playing, and
He was
at
playing
one
with
he was
himself.
I mean, he
I
was
wasn't
playing.
Kelly on it.
I appreciate it. But he was playing with them, and at one point it's just like, oh, by the way, yeah, there's a whole thing about Twitch Prime and stuff like that. You can use it. And they're like, oh yeah, we kind of could use that one. And all of a sudden, Mark's just like staring at his screen, just like and laughing, and I'm just like, how many did you just get? And then he's like, yeah, 200 people just subscribed with Twitch Prime, and just like Markiplier, you don't need that.
Oh my gosh.
Ever growing.
I mean, to be fair, that's what Wade said. Wait, I think it was Wade. It was a fun stream. Honestly, it's worth a rewatch. Honestly, it was hilarious.
Markiplier stuff is.
It's Markiplier stuff. It's always worth the rewatch. But we're not here to talk about Markiplier. We're here to talk about D&D.
That sweet D and D.
The and is very important. Otherwise, it'd be Dungeons or Dragons, which is just not the same. It's just not the same.
You may have one or the other, but
Never.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a
I'd
lot
have
of campaigns that
both.
would appreciate not having both.
That would
Meet
appreciate
or
or would
greet.
not.
That would appreciate not having both a dungeon to crawl through and a dragon at the end.
It's the prize.
D and
Surprise.
D and D and D.
Anyways, going into the recap. When last we left our intrepid group of adventurers, making their way through the countryside of Halo, they had stumbled across a small city, whereupon, after speaking with a druidess who had been running a dog farm, essentially, they had been words are hard. They had been asked whether or not they could take care of an issue that was occurring in the forest, not far from them. Going into the forest, they found and fought against various creatures, predominantly blights and shambling mounds. Eventually, seeing a creature that vanished. After making their way back and getting their two cute little puppies, one a big boofer and the other a bloodhound. They made their way back. They've been, well, one of them made their way back. The other one is still at the druidess place. And at said druidess place was confused when a knocking at the door revealed Clear, who in a almost dreamlike stupor walked back up a hill and started digging into the ground till she pulled out a very strange club that had been buried there.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can go back and see what's going on with everyone else. Virdrick, you probably went to sleep before Zadim, brought back the puppy, so you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I'll let
Are
you be able to respond to that when daylight has arrived. It is the next day, so we'll see what goes on. How would
I
you like to
probably
begin the
would
day?
have. Huh?
How would you like to begin the day?
I'm guessing the princess and can't even
Tashina.
Tashina. God, I was like, why can't I remember the name? I'm guessing they're are they still asleep?
Currently, so far as you're aware, yes, they have not come out of their room.
Okay, then I guess I'm just gonna like get breakfast and stuff like normal.
Okay. You go downstairs. The innkeeper is all too happy to accommodate you with your food requirements. Uh, Sets you out a plate as part of room and board, and you're able to relax and get a start on your day.
And a nice relaxing start. Before he knows.
A full balanced breakfast.
Most important meal of the day.
Na 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 na, Gary's way.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do much other than just, eat.
Yep.
And I guess wait.
Gotcha.
I don't think there was anything I wanted to take care of.
Obviously, Paris, you're not here. You are still at the druid's place. What? You said you wanted to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Paris. Paris, are you there?
Let's say probably give it about 10 minutes after you come down would be when
So apparently I've been talking for the past 10 minutes and it has not been heard, so fuck me.
Oh.
I mean, you were talking before. How did it mute you?
I wasn't muted!
Oh,
Not
No,
intentionally.
it's kind of weird.
That's weird.
Discord, please.
Sadness.
It's okay.
Also, Tar, to tell you something that I said, I'm like, Virgil just finally fucking starts banging down everyone's doors to their rooms.
he doesn't have reason to snap yet!
Just imagine, the final straw happens, and he's just like, "Fucking hell, Nova, I'm taking you in."
Yeah, it's time to take you in for your crimes.
Crimes of what? Crimes for annoying me!
Under the guise of being war.
I knew you people were evil. I just didn't realize how depraved you truly were.
Me. I just imagine him saying that as I butter like a piece of toast.
Yes, like totally normal.
So what have you been saying, Paris?
I was to tell you like what I was actually doing. I'm like I'd probably start walking back around 8, so I probably wouldn't get back until 9-ish.
Ish, yeah.
Jesus Christ! Oh, did I learn anything from that book at all? By the way,
Yes, you would have picked up Unseen Servant if it is.
I have that.
Spell. Yep. Let me 1 second here. They're all first level bard spells in there. It's wizard spells, obviously, but 1 second.
naturally.
Wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Oh, what?
Yeah, that was the one I thought it
wizard.
was. Animal Messenger.
I'm not a
Oh.
wizard. Hagrid, I'm just Harry.
I was hoping you were going to do that one.
Well, just Harry.
Oh no!
You're a wizard.
A wizard. Why did that not? Oh,
Also,
so
how much
Animal
of
Messenger is
the...
not a first level.
No, it's not first level. It's the second level. I was looking through it and I realized that yes, there were a few that were not first level that were in there. And I did mention one of the other ones that is first level.
Unseen Servant, but that's something I already have. So
Correct. Let's see, and do you have the quality ink for writing any of these down?
no, I don't. Does she have any that I could pay her for?
She has enough for three levels of spells. So 1 third level, a second and a first, or 3 first. Which she does have a few others.
There's a 3rd level spell in there. What is it?
Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Oh, man.
But I don't know if that's a bard spell.
It is.
I will
I'm
double
pretty
check.
sure that is.
I'm double checking right now. Lehman's Tiny Hut. It is a bard spell.
Give me the list of spells.
The other spells, most of them, most of the first ones you have, except for Tensor's Floating Disc, unless you already have that.
I don't even know what that is.
Basically, you create a little floating platform, essentially a little dolly that you can put stuff on and move around. Skywrite, and then obviously Animal Messenger and Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Ah, fuck it, I'll take the tiny hut.
Okay. It does take you 3 hours to write it down,
Naturally.
and it does. If you're paying for it, it normally would be 150 gold. Just to remind you.
What is she paying now?
She's willing to do 100 because of the fact that you bought 2 dogs.
Well, then fuck me, I ain't got that, so I ain't getting this spell.
Yeah, sorry. That's the thing. That's the thing about ritual spells and stuff like that. It can be actually.
That's the thing about getting a 2.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
Getting 2 dogs.
Oh, yeah. You get. Yeah, I just heard getting a 2. I'm like,
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, right.
fair.
Yeah, I said getting a dog, but I was like, wait, you got 2 dogs.
so you just said getting a 2 is what you said.
I said getting a 2 dogs.
But you cut off at 2, so just getting a 2, and I'm just like, oh.
I mean,
I was just gonna.
Oh. Oh well, I didn't get a spell, but she fucking said she would pay me to give her this book, so.
Yep. Which, let's see here.
If
With
she
the
pays
spells
you
in
enough
it, she'd actually be able to pay you for the book.
I was gonna say.
So yeah, she'll pay you the ink in exchange.
I was about to say, if she pays you enough for the book, can you then borrow the book and get
Right.
spells?
Yeah, she'll trade the ink for the book.
Alright.
So you can add Lehman's Tiny Hut to your ritual spells.
All I can find is tiny hut. I don't know how to
Yes.
spell the first thing.
No.
It's
No,
L-E-O-M-U-N.
no. In the compendium, it'll only say Tiny Hut.
Okay.
The compendium doesn't like actually giving credit where credit's due. So like, Tasha's hideous laughter is just hideous laughter. It's just like, no. These people, no, they didn't actually create these. No, I'm just like, give
So there's
credit where
no-
credit's due.
Odaluke's Resilient Sphere? It's just Resilient Sphere?
Probably. I know that
Yeah.
Irresistible Dance is
Focus.
Irresistible Dance, but I don't think that's actually a named thing. No, it's just Irresistible Dance.
No, there is a name for it.
Is there a name for it?
It's just
Pretty sure
resilient
there is.
sphere of the compendium.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Yep. Yeah, the compendium's weird. But regardless, moving forward, you now have
Mhm.
Tiny Hut.
It's Odo's irresistible dance.
Yes, it's Otto's Irresistible Dance.
He is
Anyway,
irresistible.
sorry.
Anyways, yes. No worries.
There's one more thing that I want her to help me with. Well, a few things. Since she's a druid. One, this fucking expensive looking ink that I have. And I swear to God, if you tell me this is ink that I can use to write the spell, I'm gonna eat my fucking face.
Where'd you get it from?
The wizard.
Oh yeah, that's ink that you could use that from.
God fucking damn it! Well, I mean, that's good, because, I mean, that means she could pay me for the book, so fuck it.
Yeah, she'd give you 50 gold. Because the ink that you received would be enough for two levels of spell. So you'd only need 1 level of spells worth of ink.
I'm so confused. What?
You get 50 gold.
Okay. And... 2 questions. 1, does she have prestidigitation?
She does not.
2, could you identify these fucking potions that I have?
She can attempt to. She does not have identify.
No, I don't even mean that. I mean, does she recognize them?
Okay. What are the 2 potions you're looking to have looked at?
You said dark violet liquid was in one of them, and the other one had, you said literally list as question mark potion, magenta/pink colored.
And you found this in the
The wizard's hut.
Wizard's Hut.
There's that was the shit that Arcus said, ooh, pretty, and I asked him to get for me.
Right. 1 second here. Alright, pick one of those 2 to go first.
Dark violet.
Dark violet. Okay.
Curious. There are several things that I need to show this woman, actually, I realized.
Violet. sure I'm finding it. Okay. There we go. So it is the one I thought it was. Just wanted to make sure. She has not seen anything like this before. Again, she's essentially using herbalism to try and figure it out, which herbalism is part of what is used in the creation of potions. And because of the fact that she had, I wouldn't say has an idea, but she seems smart enough to figure things out. She takes some time with the one potion,
Right.
and she gives you a hypothesis of it possibly being something to do with mental faculties. It could be either a thing that can shield your mind or allow you to delve into other people's minds. She doesn't know for certain, but she recognizes some of the little parts of the potion when she kind of gives it a little shake as having certain ingredients that would involve such things.
Okay, so pretty much it's a potion that might let me see into other minds or stop people from doing the same?
Correct. One or the other. She's not certain of which. She got a really high roll, which is the only reason why you're even getting that information. But that is the best that she's currently able to get out of that.
I'm assuming I can't get any information on the pink one, which is why I said pick one.
No, pick one because she got a much higher roll for the first one rather than the second one.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
second one, she's never seen it before.
And one last thing, just because I know it's a fucking druidic focus and I can't use it. I'm just gonna hand her the bag of the crust druidic focus because I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
She looks at it, and she kind of just takes a moment and just kind of gives a slow nod.
Can I insight what she's looking like now?
Sure.
15.
It's one of those looks of an old person who is remembering things fondly and being drawn back eventually to see something that they don't like, but still realizing that they've got things that they're thinking about that are trying to make them smile.
You okay?
She gives a little nod, just kind of moves over and sets it down.
I mean, I can't press, so all I can do is just kind of shrug. I believe that's all that I can do. Or rather, that's all that I want to ask her about.
Okay.
Other than the fucking dust of disappearance. I mean, I obviously know what the fuck it can do since I've tasted it, but...
Poof, you're gone.
Because I enjoy the invisibility. You'll
Obviously.
never find me.
You see nothing.
I'm gonna start compulsively eating that.
You only have enough for a certain amount of time. Don't forget.
I know. I'll stand up, gather everything around. I feel like, yeah, fuck it, I'll hug her.
She
As thanks for the fucking help, because holy shit.
kind of like blinks and just kind of gives you like that kind of that awkward pat, but just kind of like gives a little nod, just like,
The fuck is happening?
yeah. You take care of those dogs now. You hear?
Of course.
Good.
Do I have a leash, actually, for this thing of any sort?
No.
Will he just follow me?
Kind of. I mean, you gotta keep continually getting his attention, which will slow you down a little bit, because right now, you're not imprinted in his mind as a home mother. However
Can I carry him?
You can carry him. He's very
Okay.
squirmy, but he's kind of just like wiggling around, like flailing, just like looking around. Just you can see his nose. You're just like,
He's a chunky boy.
Everything is new!
everything
Be
is
right.
new. Everything smells weird.
Be right-
Again,
No worries.
Okay.
I heard ya.
Again, in my head, all I can imagine is just Arcus on the other shoulder, like, eh!
Arcus is flying around, just like, no, I ain't dealing with this.
Tries to lick. No! No!
No, it lets him lick. It lets it lick at you. It does allow the dog to lick him, and then slowly looks at you with just a look of just only for you, and then flies. That's when it flies away, and the dog just like watches it, just like.
He can fly! He can fly! He can fly!
It is literally like watching Nana just realize that the Peter Pan kids are flying away. The darling kids.
Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this just by dropping this dog on Arcus. Oh no. Look, he pranks me. This is the perfect time for me to do that.
So, going back to the inn. It'll take you around 9 for you to be up and at it. What about you, Mad?
Madrina. I don't know why.
I come downstairs with my new puppy and
Around
bright
what time?
eyes, and I acquire some breakfast for us all.
But
And
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
with
So quiet,
Virdrick,
man.
and I begin to eat.
Mad!
You're literally,
Eat your mic a little bit.
Your little
Oh,
soft
you
is what
want
they're
me
saying.
to eat my mic for once?
Really, really quiet. I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're fine.
What was going on?
He has
I-
gone downstairs and gotten food.
How
I'm
big is
sitting
this
with-
puppy, by the way?
It's
It's a
not
puppy.
big as far as I'm aware. It's not like Paris's puppy. That's like the size.
Big goofer.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
So it's just a little puppy that you
yeah,
have.
it's like I don't know, a couple months old, Guru.
At least.
You usually
not
have
fully
to
an adult.
If you're like going to sell a dog immediately, the low or the youngest they can be is usually 2 months because that's when they've been weaned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they are weaned, which you're able to see when it's just looking at, the little meat chunk that Bright
Mhm.
Eyes is eating, and then it goes for Bright Eyes food first before going to its own. And Bright Eyes just kind of like just stares at it when it's about to go in to eat, and it's just like watching, just like
Bitch!
like with his
Come
look of
on.
just he looks over to you, just like, can you believe this?
Father, why have you brought me this thing?
I kind of
Why
shrug
have you
with
forsaken me?
the hand spread motion, like, what am I going to do with this baby?
Like looks at it, just like
It's
looks up at you, and just like
He's baby boy.
his little baby puppy. So Virak, you would see this. It's something you can.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm not
say.
hiding it at
Stealth
all.
the puppy! Stealth the puppy!
Stealth the puppy.
Virdrick looks at that puppy and he's like, "What is that?"
He's a bloodhound puppy.
Yes!
I understand it's a puppy, but what is it doing here?
He's eating.
He's like hardcore eyeballing you now.
If looks could kill Zadim, your HP would be at 0 right about now!
Both eyebrows are up, and I'm just steadily eating, looking right at Virdrick like, come on. Stop beating around the bush. Ask the question you really want to ask.
I mean, what is he supposed to ask? Like,
Why do you have it?
yeah, is
Where
it
did it come from?
yours?
Where did it go?
So you remember how we were in the forest the other day? Yes. Part of
He doesn't say
the
anything.
Oh,
agreement
Zadim, you just go out us like this. Oh!
that we had with the druidists we spoke with is that if we helped deal with this issue, she would be willing to knock off some gold of the price of one of her charges, as it were.
He takes a moment and he's just like, "So we did all that for some dogs?"
We did all blight would not overtake this town and reduce it to... Well, I imagine they would not break things, but essentially have the land reclaim it. I imagine the denizens of this town would not appreciate.
Is it just this dog? Or is there another?
This is my dog. However, Naivara also chose a dog.
You're just gonna take me to the other side of that bus, ain't you?
Okay, well, I don't know where you are then. Okay.
Because I never said anything. I just fucking... I essentially just vanished.
And I didn't say anything because you didn't ask.
Ah, okay. Well, Verdrick is it's like you can obviously see he's very like boiling pissed off right now.
As one would expect.
I'm still eating. I'm vaguely amused.
No fucks.
And he's like, where is she right now?
As far as I am aware, she is still at the Druidess's residence.
He sighs very deeply. He's trying to calm. So we did this for some dogs.
We did this, and the outcome, or at least one of the outcomes, happened to be some dogs.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have gone on that journey if you weren't in the first place, right?
You cut out at the end a little bit there.
We wouldn't have been doing that mission if it wasn't because you guys were looking for some dogs in the first place, right?
Most likely. But I have stumbled across weirder things, and had it turn out to be a good idea. After all, it is how we stumbled upon you.
He gives him a very hard look, but he's just gonna calmly get up and leave for now. He's gonna leave the inn for a little while.
So looking forward to when he finally sees Navarra's dog.
I know, it's one thing for it to be a small puppy, but to see
I didn't tell him squat about what this dog looks like.
Yeah.
To be fair, that means that he's probably going to be imagining it's a bloodhound.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly, yep. Oh god, no, this isn't good. He's pissed. He's pissed. I don't even know what he's gonna do.
Feeds me.
He needs time to go breathe and get some fresh air.
Okay.
Don't run into me.
Alright.
Yeah, like, it's one thing, it's like he's mad at him, but like, he's like, gonna be really pissed off at me.
Oh yeah. When your dad gets angry at you for like accidentally dropping one of the dishes, but then your sibling comes in and is like, "Hey dad, I just crashed the car," and it's like deflects the anger off of you.
That's why I said just take me to the bottom of that bus. Why don't you?
It's almost like Navarro's already kind of like
on his shit list.
Yeah, on his like questionable shit list over here for the fact of, you know, her being a warlock. But like, she's the one that intentionally like was kind of like deceiving him.
I told you.
So,
out. That is what she said. Which was not a lie.
It's not, but he knows she was intentionally deceiving him. Zadim just didn't say shit, which is bad, but somehow it doesn't strike him as bad. Navarro's just on his shit list. I'm sorry.
This is how it's just gonna be.
Yep. Oh, I don't. Why can't he just get along with people sometimes? Oh dear. Anyway.
Anyway,
So he's gone.
clearly you've been able to wake up and get food as well, obviously. And I'd say by the time Kalir wakes up, that'd probably be around the time that Naivara is beginning to approach.
I mean, she didn't sleep last night.
Right.
So, yeah. By the time Khalid gets up, at least.
I think he's letting you have a long rest because you might have gone in and
No,
passed.
if you said you didn't get any sleep, then I will say that you have a point of exhaustion. Mark that off.
Yeah, I did that last.
Yep.
So.
Yep, sure.
Oh yeah, so Khalid walks down and gets some breakfast, and she kind of like goes for a little bit of a breakfast before. Like, is Zadim and the dog still there?
Probably
The
just
dog's
chilling in
no.
the common room.
Dog's not being very loud. Just
It
sniffing.
takes her a good minute before she realizes the dog's there and goes, "Ah, dog. Oh, is this your puppy?"
Indeed, I just received her the previous evening.
Ah, why'd you get it? Why'd you get a puppy? Can I have a puppy?
A druidess outside of the city. She rears puppies.
Oh. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, this dog is so cute. He gives the dog some pets and some scratches.
It wiggles at the pets, just like, hello, what, and tries
What the fuck?
and tries to lick your hand.
She lets it lick her hand.
So you got a
Um,
nice doggo just licking your hand.
She then, after a minute giving it pets, it's like, oh, I need to get a dog at some point. Oh, that's so cute. Of
Very
course we
quietly, you feel threatened. You feel like the gods have put a hit out for you.
I wouldn't. I'm just kidding, because everyone's getting a pet apparently. I'm just sitting here like, I'm gonna have to be able to remember
I
all
mean-
these.
She
There's a lot.
don't have no money.
That's the main thing. That's why I'm just like,
Yeah. She gets up. You kind of you see Zadim sees her sort of wobble a bit when she's getting up, kind of like for like a short moment lost her balance, but then got it back immediately. And then she walks over to get her breakfast.
Light squint in the distance, but
only light.
I will wait.
And yeah, she finishes the breakfast.
Did you sleep well last night?
Oh yeah, I did. I slept pretty good.
Sidetrack.
Sure.
If he nat 20s this, I'm gonna start fucking laughing.
I mean, I don't think I gotta roll a nat 20 to see that she ain't slept.
Yeah, this.
Oh!
You don't even need the disadvantage on that.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, disadvantage, of course.
Yeah, a 4 still beats it.
She didn't sleep last night.
She's got bags under her eyes and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, her words are beginning to slow, but beginning.
Did something happen last night? Because I have pulled all-nighters before, and you are displaying many of the common characteristics of someone who has done so.
Ah, no, nothing much happened. I just didn't get much sleep
The
last night.
background.
Alright, we will try to have easy day today. Thus, that is very, very unlikely, but we can try.
Calling yourselves out.
I recognize.
She gives a bit of a giggle.
He's cute.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You said that Nivara was coming in at about the same time.
Yes.
I know he said I was on my way to arrive, so I'm just gonna let him figure out when.
I'll say that around this point is when you come in.
He like pokes her head in. But because she does not trust Deep to not rat her out in the first fucking place.
She senses danger.
Right! You feel your sins crawling up your back! What she sees is clear, she's gonna walk in and sit by Zadim. Then just kind of look over. Oh god, Clear, you look like shit. You didn't sleep, did you?
You're not gonna roll inside, okay?
Dude, I watched you come to the house in the middle of the night and dig a hole in the dirt. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you did not sleep.
But she could have slept afterwards.
True.
I would say roll for it.
Okay, there we go.
I just wanted the confirmation.
Yeah.
My modifier literally beats you deception roll!
You gotta stick to the rules.
You gotta earn that knowledge.
I understand.
What did you say though?
She pretty much pointed out she asked you didn't sleep, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't sleep. No, not
Do you
much.
remember anything from last night?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna like gently take her arm and pull her away from Zadim into like a quiet corner. Okay, look, sweetie, you came to the druid's house in the middle of the night, knocked on the door, then went up a hill talking about some glowing blue light that I didn't see, and started digging a hole until you found a club. You remember none of that.
Really? That happened?
Yeah. Are you feeling okay?
She kind of I mean with your insight. I kind of her right eye twitches like once or twice, and you notice that her eyes kind of go a bit distant, but they come back and then go a bit distant and then come back, like just on and off over like the span of a few seconds.
Sweetheart, if you don't want to tell me, it's fine. I'm just worried, okay?
Don't worry about me.
I'm gonna worry. You're part of the team.
I was gonna say worry's harder.
Blatant
Worry intensifies.
curiosity.
Just gently takes her hand. If you need someone to talk to, or if you're scared of something, you can tell me, okay? Believe me, I'm not one to judge, consider it.
At the touch, she just kind of switches off.
I'm gonna let go of her hand and see what happens.
It takes like a good 5 minutes before she comes back into and phases back in. Goes, you're over there now.
Come on, sweetheart. Let's get you some food and we'll let you rest in the cart. And I'm gonna,
I've already eaten.
Then you need to sit down and rest.
Demea walks down the steps looking very tired, rubbing her face, and just kind of goes over and... morning, everybody. Are we gonna have some Puppy!
Oh yeah, did you bring your dog in?
Yeah, I carried it in.
All right.
Yep. And just Demea just bolts over and just is all about the "you're a good boy, you're a good boy," and the puppy is just like, oh.
I can hear Arcus squinting in the background.
And by this point, Beardrick, you're feeling calm. You walk back. Probably walk back in. You're allowed to walk back in at this time if you so wish.
I want to present you with an idea that I watched in the Boondocks. There's literally a prostitute that Granddad is going on dates with, and at one point, a man in a purple suit walked into the fucking the restaurant they were in, and she ducked to the fucking table.
Oh my god.
It's taking all of my effort to not have Nightmare attempt this.
Oh dear. I guess he walks back in.
Alright.
I guess. I guess.
I guess.
Me, as, the person behind Beardrick, am having a heart attack also. Like, why? Let's do it.
I'm sitting down beside Zadim with this big fucking boofer. I have Kalir sitting beside me.
And
Because it's
Boofer's
basically-
throwing his head around as it's being scritched and loved on by Demea, who is just giving all of the pets. All of the
I got
pets.
some more food.
Okay.
I got some more food in anticipation for this.
It's like the pop. Fuck you.
So you get the equivalent of popcorn for this.
No, do they have popcorn? If they don't, I was just gonna get like bar
I'm
nuts or
pretty-
something.
I don't think
Nuts,
popcorn.
essentially. Bar nuts,
Yeah,
essentially.
what's it?
That's fine.
He's got like
Like a-
peanuts.
Like a whole cup full of bar nuts.
You know those
Mhm.
buckets that fucking Texas Roadhouse has that's filled with peanuts? That's what I
Yeah.
imagine.
That
Not
works.
quite that full, but essentially. I get what you're saying.
It still bothers me that it's in a bucket.
You get a big old mug full of it.
Crotch. That bar's just waiting on it. She didn't even turn to see him come in. She just knows from the way Zadim is reacting that it's him.
He obviously pauses looking at that big fucking dog, and then he sees Naivara and walks straight towards her.
Hold out your hand.
Hmm?
She's telling him to hold out his hand.
Are you talking to me?
To Beardrick, yeah.
Beardrick.
He's not gonna hold out his hand.
Trust me, it's not a trick. It's actually something because I figured you would want to be compensated.
We're talking outside.
She's looking at Zadim like, I know he knows because of you.
Yeah.
I'm eating the bar nuts with the most innocent expression on my face.
He's guilty as fuck!
But can you prove it?
It's God! Does he really need to prove it? She just sends him a smirk like, I'm gonna get you back for this before she gets up. That's outside.
I take one of the bar nuts because are they peanuts, Screw?
I'll say they're peanuts.
Cool. You know how peanuts have that kind of figure eight shape to them, right?
Mhm.
I take a single peanut with the shell still on, so it's like whole, and I like crack it in between my thumb and my forefinger. But not like pinching it, like I'm putting it right where the joint of my index finger starts, and then I'm just squeezing it in half with my thumb.
Roll a strength check.
You're saying that he's crushing? What are you doing?
Out of character,
That
just letting you know I can actually do that.
Cool, you were very good at your
Wait.
strength
Jesus
checks.
Christ!
Wait, I'm sorry, what is he doing?
I think I do it.
He's crushing a peanut between the joint of his index. Oh, does that sound like that one? So it flings back in your face!
Oh.
That would have been beautiful!
No, he succeeds. DC was, well, for later. But you are able to...
Use for later
crack
just
it.
in case I fail.
Just in case you fail. But yes, you are able to do it, and you look significantly badass while you do it, but because you have done that, Demea kind of immediately kind of jumps out, ooh, teach me, teach me!
Oh, no!
So now you have Demea on you, and meanwhile, we're going to go outside.
My head said sweaty. Ew.
So, Virdrick has taken you outside.
Sweat set.
She's leaning against the wall.
He's obviously glaring very hard at her. But he's like, I will keep this simple and short. I do not appreciate being deceived.
I mean, you didn't tell me you were a paladin before when we first met.
And you didn't know I was a paladin?
No.
Like gesturing at himself in full.
Yeah, he's kind of like...
Yeah.
he's kind of like under the impression, like, is it not obvious that he's a paladin?
It's literally a case in which she tries to go into denial, like, no, he can't possibly be a paladin. I'm not this close to death. So no, she genuinely didn't know.
Oh my god. And he's just, he sighs a little bit, and he's like, then you are far less intelligent than I thought.
Ooh.
She's kind of shrugs. I guess
I'm
I am.
walking over to the window.
You are
so
not. You are not. You are stuck with Demea, pinning you into a bar stool because you cracked nut. You don't get to suddenly be like, oh, I want to watch this nut.
That's fine.
Demea has you pinned. I'm sorry. You decided to show off.
Fine.
You were getting your show off having to be taken care of with that. You want to
Alright,
show
let's
off?
roll.
This is-
Let's roll to see how well I teach Demea,
He
because
just
I
drags
actually
the
want to
man
know.
to the window.
Well, anyway, so Virdrick, he's like, I hope I don't need to remind you of our situation.
In the fact that we have a princess, a noble, a warlock, a paladin, all in the same party, and somehow none of us have died yet? Is that the situation you're talking about?
And he's like, I have refrained from saying anything, but you do understand that I have killed many warlocks in the past.
Ooh, right there on the table.
Damn, son.
She just kind of raises both of her eyebrows, tilts her head. Is that so? And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be intimidated by this?
If you deceive me one more time, then I will make sure you do not have another chance to deceive anyone again. Is there any way I can do an intimidation roll or something?
Roll intimidation.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it?
that's pretty
Versus... What do I roll?
I'd say insight, but you're aware that he's being truthful. I'd say this would be straight wisdom.
Oh
Oh shit! Well, I
Damn,
guess she
son.
survived this one.
I was like, the girl is unimpressed.
I'll let you know this. I do apologize for deceiving you, and I won't do it again. However, I've watched my mother be held down by your kind and survive to come through it. You don't scare me. And she'll walk into the inn.
Beardrick's not intimidated either. He's seen her kind do plenty of bullshit in the past too, so he's like, whatever, okay.
Oh, you're not special.
You're not special, okay. But
You both
anyway.
come back into
Oh,
Demea
by the way,
cracking nuts with both hands, like, yeah!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She's trying.
Navarro spins around to talk to him. While I'm loath to give it to you, she puts 15 gold in his hand. That was what I meant by compensation.
$15 ain't bad.
Not that he really cares about it, but he doesn't say anything. He does take it, but he doesn't say anything.
Of course he's gonna take it. Why would he say no to gold?
I know, it's not he really could not care less, to be honest, but like okay.
Okay.
Alright. But yes, so now you've been paid, you've been thoroughly compensated, and...
It was 15, you said?
Mhm.
1-5.
Okay.
For whom?
For her.
15 to Virdrick.
Well, to
Ew.
him, rather.
Okay.
To her being to Taru, him being Virdrick.
I'm
Damn.
not
Yeah.
doing this math on my own.
Mhm.
Hold up.
Hmm?
I said I'm not doing this math on my own. Hold up. I'm stupid. It ain't working that way. Excuse me.
So, I guess when we go back in, we're obviously not in a good mood.
Yeah, but I can fake it.
Yeah,
Your
Veer,
friends
not
look
like
they're
Veerdrick
having
wants
a
to fake
good
it!
time. I'll just be in the back. Over there.
Wait, who?
The bartender. He just kind of like wanders away. He's just like,
He's probably for the best.
I'm just gonna be over here. I'm not bothering nobody. No blasters, no blasters.
Mm-hmm.
Veerdrick's not gonna... He's just gonna walk in and be like, are we ready to head out?
Killer turns her head. Yeah.
Let's go. We've wasted enough time here.
Did we get a map?
Did we get a map the other day? I can't remember
You
if
said
one
that
of
you
us...
had been wanting to do that, so
Oh yeah, you did.
yes, I recalled it, and thus, da-da-da, you have your map. That's why.
Wait, who was it? Did I mention it? Who was it?
It was you. I feel like
It was you.
I feel like it was me, right?
Yes, I
It
feel like
was
it was
you.
you as well.
You have a map.
Okay, thank God.
Did I ask for a map? What?
Awful memory.
Like, who has the map? Everyone looks at Virdrick. Virdrick like reaches into back pocket, pulls out map. Right.
Oh.
There we go.
I am so blindingly angry that I forgot that I am the one with the. Never mind. Let's just go.
Everything's red.
Well, I guess since she said we're ready to go, Virdrick's gonna walk back out. I guess he's gonna go grab his shit and walk back out to get the stuff ready. I guess, or the cart or whatever.
Son of Druid as my shambling mound hunk.
Wait, what?
Remember that hunk that I got from the shambling mound that I know not what to do with?
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have sold that to the Druidess.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, maybe. I'll
I mean,
just
if we're
fuck
heading
it
to a
at
city,
some
you might
point.
find like a magic user to sell it to you. So fuck it.
True.
So you guys get yourselves all ready to go. Spartacus is kind of just tap dancing in the stall, ready to get mounted on up. Eventually, as you guys have set yourselves up, I'm guessing Kalir is going to be in the back to allow her some rest. Who's driving?
Wait,
I will.
who,
I was gonna say Virdrick's gonna immediately go for it. So
are we all, like, together?
You haven't left each other, so I should hope so.
Okay. I'm just not... Because you said, like, in the back, and I
Oh,
kind
in the
of...
cart.
Okay.
Yeah, in the back of the cart.
She's not sleeping.
That's your own prerogative. So if you don't want to sleep, that's up to you.
Because she doesn't want to take off her arm.
Gotcha.
I don't know why, but I just had like a stupid image of both Navarre and Beardrick going to reach for the horse and just glaring daggers at each other. Like, okay, look.
Virdrick's gonna grab those reins and not say a word to her.
Is there a chance I could snatch them back? No!
Sleight of hand check. Steal the cart.
Oh my god! He just
If the cart is built the way I think it is, then she'll hop into the passenger seat. Passenger side? I think that's what it's called.
There's a passenger seat.
I thought you said patricide. Is that
Yeah, I was about to say.
Passenger side.
Kill the father! Kill the father!
I don't know what you all have been listening to recently, but you need to stop.
I mean, he's a paladin, so he's a holy man, so I mean, technically...
Well, I guess we're just gonna get going then?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll handle animal, Beardrick.
Handle check.
This is your first time handling Spartacus.
Roll
Not
a
bad.
hand-
Not bad!
roll a handle animaling check.
I kind of just assumed I would have handled him by now.
Oh no, usually when animals get near really bitter, angry people, they get skittish.
True.
Yeah, that's why I had you roll handle animal. Then again, it's not your
Alright.
first time handling Spartacus. You've handled him before. It's just that it's been a while, and he's a little bit jumpy. He's trying to pull out a little bit faster. He's clearly wanting to
He's trying to peel out.
And you managed to make it so that he does it at a moderate pace. And after he gets to pulling the cart, he starts to relax and just kind of go clop, 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 down the street and out of town.
Cool. We on our way.
You on your way up north into Halo to get to the capital. So, a few things before we go to the capital specifically. Obviously, getting to the capital is I wouldn't say project numero uno, but it's high on the priority list, especially for getting Demea and Tashina back to nobility where they can be helped. If you guys wanted to make any other pit stops along the way, you guys could get more information regarding why you initially came into Halo, but that is completely up to you, of course.
Not a terrible idea.
I have a question.
Yes.
As we go along this, can I continue to try and dry out the fucking pieces of paper and see if I can piece together what they say?
Make another intelligence check. Alright, and make a charisma check. This is for spellcasting. See how well you're keeping it controlled for it. Not terrible.
Not bad.
You're still continuing to work on drawing it out, and obviously you're attempting to do so magically, as well as with more conventional means. So you're mixing and matching, essentially.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Your methods are currently yielding some results. They're getting better, drier, but it's still going to take some time to fully get it to be legible. But you're working on it, and it's working. Alright, and going back to the question I was asking you guys before, did you guys want to go straight in to try and get to the capital, or were you wanting to poke around at a few other places along the way for informations?
I'm fine with going straight ahead, but that's...
You can get more information from the main place as well. It's just how much information you want to pick up before you get there.
I mean, if we could stop in each town for a few minutes to
just stretch and rest.
Stretch, rest, maybe ask a few questions, see what the town has to offer, might be something interesting. Can't hurt.
This is true.
Okay.
As long as it's only for a few minutes, or else Weirdrick's gonna get antsy.
I know.
You don't like to sit still.
He wants to get going.
Understandable. Alright, we'll expedite it a little bit. We'll say that because it is going to take some time to get there still. It's still a good 2 weeks journey at least.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, we're not in a huge rush.
Yeah, I mean, and you would know that, but at the same time, Tashina she's not antsy. She's just kind of like shifting around awkwardly because she did manage to get quite a ways away from her home.
I would like to know how!
Mm-hmm.
Have you asked her?
I would have asked roughly around the third day. Yeah, fuck.
Teleportation circle.
Ooh.
What?
Oh.
She doesn't know it herself. She had someone else cast it, and then forgot that the people who she
The
was
person who
going back
cast it
with-
needs to be with her so she can come back!
Yeah, the person that she spoke with when she asked if they could get her back didn't have access to that sigil,
Mm.
she learned that day that that's kind of important.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
On a scale from 1 to 10, having the location for where your teleportation sigil is supposed to go back to, important.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's all that comes to mind!
But yes, so you guys have had some travels. I'll say if you're stopping in a few of the cities, would you be looking around for things or would you be asking around?
I have no idea. I would say ask around just because,
For what?
people of the country.
Information.
About?
The reason why they came here is because they had heard that someone was going around without the authority of the king and giving people titles and essentially appointing them into positions of power.
Oh,
Oh, the whole thing we're doing is finding the person.
Yep, or at the very least finding out information about what's going on with this, because it has upset part of the systems and hierarchy of the city, or not city, the country of Halo, because apparently this has happened in a few different cities, and while they were minor events, they were major enough that it caused a few other people to be expecting these people to arrive, and needless to say, there are people in Halo who think that there's some kind of change in the winds, which could mean potentially that whoever this is, if they're just like going around going, you get a title, you get a title, they might eventually be like, we want a country, and try and go to war.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I would ask around then.
Okay. If you're asking around, say that'd be a persuasion check. Natural 20. Okay. In the third city you go to, you ask around the first place. They're just like, oh yeah, we've heard about that. It's kind of weird. Well, we don't think much of it. It's not coming around our way, so we're fine. Second city, I suppose there's not much that can be said. If you're trying to appoint them and the king doesn't do anything about it, that's on his head, isn't it? In the third city, though, are you guys getting an inn in any of these cities?
What do you mean?
Are you staying,
it's-
like, getting an inn to try and stay the night in any of these
I
cities?
feel like
Oh,
the
If it's
third
the
city
evening.
we probably fucking would, or if it was getting dark by the time we arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
it's like
if
in
we're
the
there.
evening, then I'd assume, yeah.
As you're in the inn and asking just a few minor questions, you see this somewhat hunched over guy, kind of just looking at you, kind of funny. But then you realize he just has a lazy eye. I've heard of them. Supposedly they came through just a few days ago, appointing new people to power. Got a new mayor, apparently. I didn't believe it myself, except the fact that I've seen the old mayor. Vagabond on the street he is now. Looks just like the rest of us, no longer a hoity-toity up in his marble citadel. I don't blame him for being a little bit pissy, but at the same time, there's something odd about those people. I didn't much appreciate it. Where they just walked in here and just told us what was supposed to be done. We're supposed to do. Didn't feel right. Grabs his pipe.
Do you remember which way they went?
West. Supposedly, they were heading across the direction of the crossing. Colossus path, some call it. Which, for you all, on the map, you can see. Do you see the white lines?
Yes.
Those are some of the Colossi paths. On this continent, there are 3 Colossi paths. One that is completely centralized to Tamdov and is locked behind the mountain range. One, which you've actually seen, heading south already. And one that goes through Cormundum up through Gorleen. So that's the third one.
Do you remember what these people look like?
Got a light.
For thematic purposes, can I just fucking make flame under my fucking finger? Because I don't have matches.
Do you want to? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. You do that, and he just kind of stares at you as you light it up, and he doesn't say anything for probably a good solid 3 minutes.
There are 2 different kind of fucking magic uses that he could, that I can still be. Don't even.
You're also in a small town where magic
Fair
likely is not commonplace. So
yes, but I'm also a
traveler.
fucking traveler.
So they don't have a lot of magical travelers just walking through. You're not going to be that commonplace.
Trying to pass yourself off as average.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Oh, is that what we're trying to do?
That's up to you. Clearly, you're wanting to go the extraordinary route because you're just like, I'm just going to magically do this.
I don't have a match on me.
If you have
Could've
torches,
just said
it stands
no.
to reason to have matches.
If I say no, I know how Dom plays. If I say no, he ain't got info. That's the problem.
I play different people.
I
I
don't
don't play
believe you.
one stereotype.
I don't believe you.
Okay, but you're okay. That's completely on you.
Fine, I'll put
No,
a
no,
match
you,
in.
you said that you wanted to light it up with this. So he just stares at you
It's
for
fine. Don't worry about it.
You're fine. You're fine. You're completely fine. I'm just amused because it's just like he's just watching you, just like, huh. He has no idea what to say to that. He's just like, you're just joking. Okay. You just hear him take this long ass drag on his pipe, just like.
Don't hotbox me, bro.
You're in an open room.
You
need to be a lot smaller for that.
Face.
That's not hotboxing. There's a big difference.
Okay, fine. Don't make me choke.
There you go.
If you're choking, that's your own fault.
All I heard was Dom muttering, and that scared the fuck out of me. Like, no, this is not a call-out pose.
No, he was saying if you're choking, then you're getting too close. That's on you.
I'm about
So-
to light this fucker's ass on fire.
Are you gonna get info from this guy or what?
Yeah, you're getting info from this guy. I are natural people. There's something fishy about him. Kind of like you, with your wiggles his fingers, magicness, whatnot. Might be magic users themselves with the way they seemed almost unnaturally graceful. Like elves. But there weren't no elves like any elves I've ever did seen. There's something wrong about them. Mark my words, there was something wrong about those people. Either that or I'm just an old man with stories to tell, like those kids keep saying I am. Kind of leans off and just kind of is like looking like he's about to spit off to the side. Kind of slowly, kind of looks back to you, just like.
I like how he doesn't look at the bartender, like the bartender doesn't even admonish him anymore.
He was going to aim for a spittoon, but he's also like, you know.
I'm in front of
I'm
a
in
lady,
front of a
maybe
lady.
not.
I'm in front of a lady who lit my pipe with magic. Might set me on fire next. Let's not.
Oh, I love all he tells me is just graceful like elves. He didn't barely see their faces.
I wasn't paying attention to him. I was minding my own business. Next thing I know, the mayor's on his ass out in the fields like anyone else.
Okay, you cut out. All I heard was the next thing the mayor is, and then it stopped, and I heard feels like everyone else.
Next thing I knew, after I was not paying attention to any of the comings and goings of these folk, next thing I know, the mayor's on his ass looking like everyone else, and there's someone else in office.
So it's like it pretty much was just like a magical switch.
I highly
Just
doubt it was a magical switch. It felt like it was magical in some way, but I ain't the magical sort now, am I?
That's not what I meant. I'm saying it happened instantly.
No, not instantly. It took a few
good.
days. They
Okay,
might be magical, but they ain't like they ain't gods. They're just weird.
Okay, well, thank you for your time and information.
Thank you for the light.
For the next 2 hours, he's gonna be staring at his fucking pipe like, did she curse it?
Has she done me the bewitching? Have I been forced
Do I
to
need to get my pipe exercised?
I'm gonna have her to the group and share what I just got.
Alright.
Lack of information killing me.
Well, I headed west, so not a problem.
If all-out war breaks out in the countries because of people getting titles from someone who isn't royalty, I think, Paladin, it would rapidly become your problem.
It doesn't change what path we're on right now.
So, what do you propose we do then? Just ignore this growing problem, deliver her, and then tend to it when it might be out of control?
Do you really believe it's coming that quickly?
From the way that he's describing it, yeah. It seems like it's happening pretty fucking fast that they go through towns, start appointing titles, and then vanish.
So, would he said they went west, right? Over the fucking, what is it called?
In the direction to go across the Colossi path.
Yeah, and he said they were in town how long?
At most a week.
I wonder if we'd even be able to catch up to them.
Oh, from the way he was talking, it doesn't seem like they'd have a card, so we have a lead on them.
Still like 2 weeks journey, you said, to the cap. He really wants to go to the capital.
But also, this is our problem.
Yeah, this is a problem. It's just, I wonder how quickly it would be or not.
How about I make a deal with this? If we get over the Colossus Path, and we don't find them, or we don't get any more information, we can turn our ass around and go straight back to the capital. But I want to at least see if we can find out more.
To me, I just kind of
yeah, they both look at him.
I mean, if we're only a short ways away from the capital, and I mean it's not too terribly far. I can take her.
By yourself?
Yeah. Take Spartacus. I mean, if you
Press X to doubt.
I can take Spartacus, and we can go together. Spartacus is a good friend, but you know, I mean, if you need him, obviously, because you got to take the cart. We'll be fine.
You're staying with us. We'll do as you say. He looks at Nabara.
I may not believe you, but I trust you to actually be able to do things better than she would.
That is definitely not an option.
She pouts and then offers him a piece of sugar. You looked grumpy. You need some sugar?
Is she giving it to me?
Yes! You're looking grumpy.
I do not like sugar.
Please. Big pout.
Please. He's getting upset.
I'll gently move Chimea's hand down. He doesn't quite like the sweets. And I don't think he's grumpy at the moment.
He's been very
side glance of don't say a word, and just looking back at her. I think he's just frustrated because we can't get a lot of information.
She's puffing out her cheeks, just fine.
Thank you.
She puts the sugar cube in your mouth.
Dagger.
Someone's getting that sugar cube.
Someone will appreciate my sweet treats.
She just kind of, you know how you kind of like can see someone like moving stuff back and forth between their cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like right now. It's kind of like,
Enjoy.
I'll sit back down.
I guess we will continue traveling. I also wanted to. Is there like? Why am I hearing myself? Oh, what is there like?
I think it's someone's. Oh, it's Dawn.
Yeah, I think it's
Shouldn't
Dawn.
be me.
I don't know why.
Huh?
Wait,
I
what?
don't know why.
Uh,
I don't know.
Wait.
I'm not hearing it now.
yeah, it's not now.
Huh? That's
Weird.
I didn't do
That
it.
was
If it happens again, let us know. We can try and figure out what up.
fucking weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird.
Anyway, wait, where? Oh yeah. If there was, there it is again. It definitely says it's coming from Dawn. I don't know why.
Oh fuck it.
Anyway,
Hold on.
He's trying to figure it out now.
Discord does that, so
This is
Better?
true. Yes, it
Seems
is.
like it. Yeah. Okay, I know Discord does that sometimes to people for no reason. I don't know.
Discord.
Yeah, it's weird. But if there was churches and stuff on the way, I would have been asking about the churches anyway, about that Vamis Kiplop.
Roll an investigation check.
Speaking of which, who has that necklace?
Edwin.
Yeah. Someone else should probably take it, but
I will take the necklace from the man who
I have it.
over it.
The thing is, I think I'll take the necklace because it was mine to begin.
Yeah, it's yours. For
oh, that makes sense.
It goes down no more. Just take it.
Just take it from him.
Please, somebody just take
He
it.
eventually is just like,
Yeah, I'll take the necklace.
Yeah. Okay. Dang.
Do I? Yeah. Huh. I guess I still have that. Okay.
Have what?
I'll talk about it when it comes up.
Okay. With the 16 investigation, the second place has a smaller clergy. Most of them are farmers and more people of the harvest than clerics and paladins that you're used to. The third city has a much wider acknowledgement of the gods and has at least 2 temples. One of which is to Zu himself.
Oh, nice. Even better.
Nice.
Because you are getting close enough to the capital for them to have an outpost for that.
Cool.
It's the lads.
Nice. I am pleased with that. Well, anyway, I'm going to be asking about this dude then. Yeah.
So you ask about this dude. What are you asking?
I don't know if they've heard of him or know where he might be. Most specifically.
Jesus Christ.
Last guy knows nothing.
5 rolls.
I was rolling just to get. I'm guessing you wouldn't have stopped at just one person, so I rolled 5 times just to give like 5 general people ideas. Last group, no idea who you're talking about.
That's okay.
The second and third group of people, though, they as you're like discussing, like, yeah, we've heard that name before. You're saying you're just looking to know more about him? I mean, that's not uncommon. We've had a few other paladins who've mentioned him by name before. I mean, nothing terrible, of course, as one would expect, but at the same time, he is rather elusive from what we can gather. Last I heard, he was heading to Korrivan, and another person had once said he was heading to Tamdov.
Hmm.
No one can accurately give us a direction for where he is going. Either that, or he's going in both directions, just he was going one place then the other.
So in the end, no one.
Essentially, yes. Sadly, we don't have a whole lot of information we can accurately give you, Paladin. They give a little, a kind of a bow, just acknowledging, like, we're sorry.
He nods, like, that's fine.
Is there anything else we can do to assist you in your weariness?
Trying to think, is there anything they could do?
Calm emotions.
It's ingrained too.
Yeah, it's pretty part of him. I mean, I know in the zoo temple probably be trying to pray and get some kind of like calmness in him.
Obviously.
Please, Lord, give me wisdom, because if you give me strength, I'm gonna smack a bitch.
With your background, you can get essentially free room and board for yourself.
Okay, well, I'll get free room and board for myself.
And they're happy to assist you.
And the princess and Demea, if I can. Demea. I had a hard time. I have such a bad time with
You and Don both do that.
Demea. There we go. Yeah, because, I mean, he'd want to still stay near them. And, I mean, this seems like a safe place for them to stay. The others can fend for their own.
Yes, Claire.
Kalia's gonna buy a room at the inn and just go to sleep.
Clear flops on bed, finally.
Poor Clear.
It's that moment when like you're about to go to sleep and you're so tired and it's like you're fully clothed, so you rush to get your clothes off as fast as you can.
There are moments where like I'm just gonna like, do I really want to just get up to take off my fucking pants, or do I just want to say fuck it?
Alright.
And by the way, by the time you get here, I'd say about a week's passed.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh hell, I'm gonna talk to Music about something then.
Oh.
Can I say I look for a component kit?
A component pouch?
Component pouch, that's one.
Okay, look, I was about to say, I'm like,
Make an investigation check.
Oh wait, if this is a
This is a
week.
Yes, this is a week later.
Oh,
so you're
in
not,
which case,
you're not,
Kalia wouldn't be tired anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get across.
If you tell me what the fuck you're looking for, I can offer assistance.
Yeah, you don't find one.
And we weren't staying for at any of the towns.
You weren't what?
We weren't staying for too long at any of the towns.
No.
Not
any more than any other places that you were at. Just
At
long enough
one,
to rest and move on.
yeah. If we like end up camping, would we end up camping like halfway, like between towns, like off the road or something?
Probably at least one of them. Probably the second one, which means that the second one was when you were just kind of passing through.
because like Kalia's kind of curious about this club, also somewhat afraid. And she like
It is attunement, by the way.
It's attunement.
But
Okay.
you get a sense of it, and you get a feeling kind of like strength from it. You know, like when you hold something, it's just like it feels right, feels good in your hands. But it is. You also get a feeling that in order to fully understand and unlock it better, you'd have to attune.
She's debating. She's like, well, I could just wait to identify it, but when am I gonna get 100 gold?
It's like, at this point, like, it's not even the 100 gold that concerns me. It's finding a pearl that is specifically 100 gold.
Value.
Yeah. I'd imagine a pearl at least 100 gold would work.
At least 100 or over. But the problem again is finding that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In small towns like this?
Like, even in the capital, you might have a few issues.
Especially with how far away from the coast you are.
Yeah.
Which you're actually not super far away from the coast at the moment. Well,
No,
not super far. You were closer at the beginning of your journey.
far enough that it's kind of rare.
Yeah, it's still quite rare, yes.
She's gonna like get out her other club, the one that she's had with her. And she's gonna sort of like, she's not really sure how to do this at all, but she's gonna just like hit it against the floor a few times.
Perfection.
Does anything happen?
She hits it against the floor. Makes kind of like a drumming kind of sound, but nothing changes if that's what you're going for.
That's a shame. This was the club from my backstory, just to clarify.
I'm aware. We only have one other club.
Okay, in that case, she's wary of it. I mean, if it was attunement, then she probably wouldn't have been here. Because she was gonna just like see what it did, but if it's attunement, then she wouldn't, because it wouldn't do anything extra.
I mean, you don't know what it does until you attune to it. Or identify it, obviously.
She's gonna wait.
Okay. Alright. So you guys continuing to head on up to the capital?
Oh, did I not find a component pouch?
No, you didn't.
Nope.
God damn it.
That's why I said ask the one who actually has one for assistance.
Well,
Can you use arcane focuses?
No.
Oh.
He's a ranger.
Oh.
gotta be a natural focus. Which does beg the question, well, I'm not a druid, why rangers can't use druidic focuses.
They're not druids.
Yeah, I know, but we can still do magic.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, but it's a
yours
different kind of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have any specific spells that state that you have to
Need
require
a focus?
components.
I have
You have the
one
component pouch,
spell.
yes. There are some that you do. I'm aware of that.
I have a very specific spell that I would need for components for, but I technically have the components for it.
Is it the fucking dog?
It might be.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know why, but I just imagine we need a griffin feather for the spell. Boink! Ah! There you go.
My bird has 19 intelligence and understands common. She'd bite me before I got within 5 feet.
Maybe a griffin feather. Her slides backwards. You reaching out, realizing she's not there. But bright eyes. Bright eyes.
In the
Bright
brains.
eyes.
In like the in the highest tree branch staring down at you like, fuck you!
Yeah, really.
It's just a feather, it'll grow back. Ah! Jesus Christ. Why do I put the bird through so much bullshit?
That's on you.
Why
I think
does
it's because
the bird
she's smart
have the
enough.
helm? Why does the bird have the magic item that gives her such intelligence?
Because
It was put onto her, and she's not allowed anyone to remove it.
It's not even that. It's just no. At the beginning, before she was attuned to it, the team wouldn't allow anyone to remove it.
I don't think anyone even wanted it. That's why.
Yeah, personally, it was a case of no one wanted it, so I was like, well, I guess this is what she gets.
Stop. Because I asked for it 3 times.
Yeah, and we discussed that none of your spells need intelligence, so you don't need it.
Alright. Fair enough. I would like to point out, though, that my spells do.
I know, guys, you weren't here.
But that's cool.
And now you have to argue with someone who has the most intelligence in the entire
You have to try and argue. You have to argue with someone who can't actually verbalize exactly what they want to say back, but at the same time is smart enough to look at you and go, "I know your deal. I know you just want my magic. You're not doing this because you love me."
I think the best part is it just reminds me of the fucking dog they made sentient in Rick and Morty. You can't take sentience away from her now.
Yeah. By the way, Guru, I'd like to have been spending this week working with the pup,
Of course.
teaching it tricks and whatnot.
Okay.
Currently, I'm just trying to keep the dog to stay near.
Both of you roll a handle animal check.
Okay.
Why do you keep doing that? Are you doing that on purpose?
You're training the dog, yes.
No, I mean the handle animal.
Woo!
You were training the dog. Yes, I'm
No.
being.
No,
You're
it's
saying
animal
handle
handling.
and you're saying handle animal instead of animal handling. Check.
Oh yes, I'm doing that on purpose.
Fucker.
What?
Are we like traveling through the areas?
Kinda, yeah.
Through what?
We're like hitting some of the
Are
stuff.
we traveling through rocky areas? Because if
Rocky area. I thought you said the area in general. I have no idea.
Oh no.
Somewhat rocky.
Pretty sure this is a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
I like stupid questions.
Would Kalia see any around that
Any
she might recognize?
Orc.
Or
Oh,
I know what he said. You and
I heard him. Orc. I'm sitting there like, why?
I know what you heard, and I know what you wanted to hear.
Oh, but ow. What I wanted to hear?
Yeah.
There was no one. I just heard.
or would it all just be underground?
Most ore tends to be underground. You're not going to find like iron or steel. Yeah, obviously, you're not going to find steel. Iron. I was right the first time I said it. I was
right back.
right the first time. Okay, I was right the first time I said
Big
it.
time.
That being said, if you're looking like get it, you'd have to, purchase it from someone who's actually mined it, or actually go into a mine to get such things.
I mean, sometimes you find outcroppings.
Yeah, sometimes you do, but in the area you're.
But you would still also need to have a pickaxe.
Yeah, right now you're not in any areas that have a super high quality, or not quality, high density is the word I'm looking for. Of
You're alright, Don.
Yeah.
She doesn't need pickaxe. She just needs.
Do not punch with glove. You cannot Thanos this.
I'm not planning on Thanos snapping. I'm planning on punching it.
I mean, that's basically the same thing.
Punching with my middle finger and thumb.
That sounds like a Kakashi move.
Like a what move?
A Kakashi move.
Oh yeah, doing a Chidori, running down the side of the mountain, dragging. your hand down to destroy the rocks as you go.
You
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
welcome
Yes.
back.
But yeah, no real ore deposits.
Okay. Kalia is going to like when we're in the town after the first week. And the next morning she's gonna look around for some iron or steel that she could buy, like some ingots or something.
Roll an investigation check.
Goddamn.
The place is not known for its smithing. Looking around, most smiths aren't willing to sell their ingots, and so they're kind of keeping a close handle on them. They keep saying you do find that it's a little bit odd, because something that you hear them say a lot is just, "We've got to keep the preparations going. Sorry, lass."
Preparation for what?
For the move. We're moving eventually. Gotta keep
The
preparing.
move?
Yeah,
You're moving.
yeah.
Where are you?
Don't know yet. Kind of like pauses, kind of looks confused by it, kind of shrugs after a second. Just gotta get moving. Ting, ting.
Why
ting.
are you moving?
Oh, that's what the whole town's gonna be doing. We gotta go.
But
We're not supposed to be here
why?
anymore.
What? Towns don't move.
Obviously not. We are going to be moving. The town's folk.
Why are you moving away from the town? You live here.
We're needed elsewhere.
Are you like nomad?
No. Again, he looks a little confused. He's kind of like, Nah,
I'm not from around here.
I noticed.
But normally, if you live in a town, you stay there.
Not always.
Towns-
Sometimes
towns-
you move. Sometimes you move.
Townspeople don't all move at the same time.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Gonna be moving.
Why?
That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we were told to do.
I know.
What you're supposed to do?
Yeah,
Who told you to do it?
the Lord.
The
His
Lord.
lady. Yes. They came in. Told us we were doing a fine job. Said that we were going to need to move soon. Make preparations. Emotions and a lot of the stuff you see that he's making is like horseshoes and stuff like that. It's things
What?
that would be needed for travel.
What did this lord look like? And this lady?
The lady was a fine lass. A little bit shy though. Always covered up, making sure that she didn't get too looked upon. But she was a lady, of course. We averted our eyes as is proper. The Lord is. Forgive me. I'm taken aback by. It was a decent man. Rugged and dressed in armor. A good man. Spoke very, very proudly, very fervently. Had us wrapped into his words, and we knew that we would be following him. A good man. Yes, yes, yes. Ting, 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 ting.
I'm gonna well, firstly, insight.
Go ahead.
Wow!
Something is wrong with this man. There's something about it that is not just the fact that he's been going around in circles. There's like a strain every now and then to his motions. Like, you've seen forging before. You're aware of how it works. There is some very clear strain where it's like he is hitting it and then pausing and going, "Why am I doing this?" And then hitting it again. Why am I hitting it again? it's still quality work, but it is clearly work that is, again, strained.
She's gonna move away for a bit.
Okay?
I'll be back in a minute.
Take your
I've got to
time.
go do something.
Mhm.
She's gonna go into like an alleyway or something.
Yep.
Cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And then she's gonna come back and see what kind of magic this guy's on, if she is.
Main thing that you see is enchantment.
Hmm. Um, could I? Would she know what sort of spell? Because I think she's pretty sure he's on spell.
Mhm.
What would she know? What kind of spell that he's under?
Enchantment magic.
I couldn't make any sort of guesses.
You can make guesses. I'm not going to stop you from guessing.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be able to know exactly the spell.
Okay. I don't have Dispel Magic, do I? No. That's the third level spell. She's... Would she have any idea if there is a way to convince this person in a way that could dispel it? Or would she know that...
It's a roll Arcana check. Generally with enchantment, it would require either some kind of dispersal of the magic, or essentially some other way to break it. Just trying to talk him out of it, you'll be going around in circles like you just were. It'd be a valiant effort, but most likely would just end up with you more frustrated than feeling like you were actually helping him.
I unfortunately cannot learn Dispel Magic, so...
Good thing she can, I think. I think artificers can. Pretty sure.
Oh wait, I actually can!
Yeah, you can. I was about to say, I'm thinking to myself, I mean, if you can't, then... What?
I mean, okay, so Don, here's the problem.
Yes.
Or, well, it's not the problem. Remember how I told you that I still haven't the fucking spell because we were working on that one? I legit still haven't picked a spell. Now's as good a time to learn as any!
Would that have been what you were going to be picking regardless?
I couldn't figure out what to pick. That was the problem. And you and I haven't finished the spell that we were working on, and so...
We can finish that one up, because if the one that we were working on would have been the one you would have taken, then I'm going to say that you wouldn't have known Dispel Magic.
Okay. I'm sitting here like, I just literally have a spell that I haven't used, because we never finished it.
Yeah, we just need to finish it. Just, again, DM me, we'll make sure we can get that taken care of. Please.
She's gonna ask, do you know, like, facial features the Lord had?
He was wearing armor. You know, with one of those face masks that kind of makes it a little bit hard to see him fully. Had a bit of a very smooth face. Like he was extremely cleanly shaven.
Mm.
A little bit darker skinned, I suppose. Though I suppose that really doesn't matter. Doesn't really tell you too much about who he is. It does tell you a little bit about where he might have been from, if he was one of the islanders from Grasmere. But I doubt he was an islander. He didn't have the tattoos, and they don't have lords. Don't be silliest. Don't be silly. They don't have lords down there.
Did he have a name?
Yes, they did. I believe the name that we heard, because I remember hearing it because at one point while we were talking, he was telling someone that they need not be rude because they wouldn't stop staring at the cart, and the lady stepped out and asked, or she didn't step out, she leaned out and she said his name, and what happened? I don't remember what. His name is Lord Regis.
Can you spell that?
REGUUS.
What about the lady? Does she have a name?
Not that I just my lady. Never heard her name said.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll be on my way now.
Of course. Ting, 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 ting. You see him hit his thumb, and he just continues going right through with it. He's got very hardy thumbs.
Wow. She walks to the end, and she just, well, as she's walking to the end, she's gonna look around at everyone else with to see what kind, if they're under the same kind of magic.
There are a few people who are. For the 10 minutes you get of that, you are able to see 3 other people, all of which are hard at work. One of them is a wagon maker, one of them is a wood carver, and the other one is just a woman who just seems to be going about her day. Doesn't seem to be doing anything specific. Just every now and then she'll pause, nod to someone else, and then go help with other things that are going on.
One's a wood carver, you said? One's a... What's the second one?
A wagon maker.
And the other is a...
Just a woman just going about with her day.
Standard woman.
Hashtag standard.
Hashtag basic bitch.
Calling her out like this on live television.
While the detect magic is going, she'd probably try and find someone that isn't under that kind of magic.
Many people that you can find.
Many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are not under the effect.
She approaches one that looks approachable.
Okay.
And
one of the shopkeepers.
Okay, and she's gonna ask, anything strange going on around here?
Besides the changing of arms for the lord of the city, not too much. Things have actually seemed to quiet down quite a bit.
I just talked to a blacksmith. He's talking about like how everyone's moving.
Yeah, some of the blacksmiths have gotten it in their head that we're moving somewhere. Typical blacksmiths, they're looking for reasons to get more work. Because if we move, we gotta have horses. If we have horses, we gotta use horseshoes. Clearly.
And also,
they gotta make it.
There's also like a wood carver and a wagon. Also said the same thing.
Again, if we're moving, we're going to be requiring these things to get about.
And I think, yeah, a woman I just passed by as well said it.
She was talking about it? Kind of looks at you kind of like, what?
Yeah, she
may have been one of their wives. I don't know. Which woman was it?
I assume I got some kind of description of her appearance.
Dark hair, very soft facial features, which, as you realize looking around, seems to be 1 in a dozen.
She had sort of dark hair, soft facial features, and black dress.
Could be anyone here.
Huh. Okay.
We're kind of known for those kind of features around these parts.
Does this person look vaguely introduced to magic or something?
No.
Okay. She's kind of thinking for a second. She's gonna go, okay. Did a lord come by? Apparently a lord and a lady came by.
Someone named Lord Regis or someone like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heard about it was coming. Didn't care much for it. I was too busy getting stuff done.
Apparently
my
that
place.
The blacksmith I talked to said that was the lord that said they were moving.
Yeah, because he has the authority to make us go anywhere. Oh, lords thinking they're so high and mighty.
Mm,
But like, she's gonna lean in a bit and she's gonna go. The blacksmith, when he was like hammering away at one of the horseshoes, he like hammered his thumb, but then he just kept going as though nothing happened. I think something's wrong with him.
Yeah, it sounds like he needs to have some medical attention for that. He might have lost sensitivity in his thumb from how many times he's hit it. Eh?
She laughs, and she's gonna go, okay, well, thank you.
No
And
problem.
she walks off back to the inn.
Take care of yourself.
You too,
Next time, buy something.
maybe.
Yeah, I like you.
Guru, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to snag some arrows, getting a little low.
Yep, you can. Arrows are simple enough to get.
Thanks.
Is anyone else in the inn?
Probably the party. There's. I mean, I would presume the
I mean,
party unless they're going else somewhere else. There are other people.
I meant like is all the party here, or at least some of the party?
Majority of the party.
Yeah, we can say we're there.
I need to buy some griffin rations too.
Kind of important.
we hunt.
Well,
Oh, wait,
don't
are we
know
still
how
in the
much we've been
grasslands?
hunting.
I would have been hunting every night.
You're not getting everything every night. There's a lot of creatures that are just not going to show up.
She looks rather confused, and she sits by everyone, and she kind of has a quiet voice, and she says, something's not right here.
Gonna have to elaborate, sweetheart. Actually, that's a decent question. Would we have noticed something off with the people?
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
ask
one-
too.
For the most part, people seemed cordial. They seemed like people in a city. Only thing that you noticed that might have been a little bit weird was that, you noticed that there was a slight increase to business and such like that, where people would be like, yeah, we're taking care of these things over here, and essentially ignoring customers in favor of getting other projects done. Which, they'd be like, no, we've got a high-paying customers moving us about. We need to move this around as quickly as we can.
That's still slightly unnatural because you would still want some sort of money built up for the road.
It's a little unnatural, but that's what they're doing.
I'm not sure if I would have noticed anything weird.
Yeah, she
In terms of the clergy currently they don't even mention it. Wasn't even on
Oh,
their
okay.
radar.
Yeah,
So,
then
yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the
she
clergy don't mention anything about it.
she says, I was gonna buy some ingots to do some smithing, but I went to one of the blacksmiths and he said that everyone was moving.
That's
Yeah, Virgik looks up too. He's like, the church never
Yeah.
said anything like that.
Yeah, they said everyone's moving. Then we kind of went round and round in circles. He seemed a bit confused himself, but he I asked like why, and they said that a lord and a lady came around. Like the lord had like armor, mask, kind of obscured his face, but apparently his face was very smooth, clean shaven, and a bit of a darker skin. And the lord's name was like Lord Regis, I think.
Regis.
That
They
sounds odd.
said they said like something around the lines of like everyone's moving, like you're doing a good job, but you should think about moving. And I went away, and I cast detect magic. I wanted to see what was wrong. He and like I was like a wagon maker, like a normal like woman civilian person, and a wood carver had like enchantment magic in them. I think they were like put under a spell.
Did they ever say which direction they went?
I don't think so. They just said they're moving. I didn't really ask where though.
Do you think these are the people we're looking for?
Potentially.
It is certainly a good lead.
I mean, from all we know, it seems like they're changing a lot of random bullshit, so could work.
Wonder what they're preparing for.
It can't hurt to look at least a little bit more into this, because this is certainly not a good thing if these people are brainwashing other people.
Beardrick nods. See if we can find more information about what direction they might have left.
Do any of you know anyone can get rid of magic? Because that might like help, at least here or something. If we can get rid of the magic from those people, then at least like, you know,
Amara shakes her head.
make things normal again.
I don't know the spell that would do that, but it can't hurt to maybe ask Toshina or Demea. Which actually, are they in here, Don?
They're in here, but they're at a different table as Demea is like pointing at various things because she went and she got more sugar. Because let's face it, she would get more sugar.
She would.
What about you, Vidrick? Or Zim?
Would you know a way to get rid of magic?
Or do you know anyone that can do that?
Yeah, I definitely don't have. Would the clergy have anything like that?
Let me check.
I don't know why, I just imagine just pointed out we could potentially check the clergy, Nivara moving to a corner.
Yeah, Nivara's gonna have to kind of be careful.
There are some in the clergy who are capable of it. Actually, everyone have the potential to be able to do it. There's usually a cost for such a feat being done. Essentially, just like a donation here, there's stuff like that.
I mean,
it
this
does
is
depend
people's
on,
lives.
They will charge you, and they will nickel and dime you if they're able to do it.
Okay, well, I guess Beardrick will be like, he'll say you can ask the
you might have more sway in that, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you are a paladin. That being said, they're still likely going to ask that of either yourself or of them, just so you're aware. So
That's fine.
you would know that. So if there was
Okay.
anything that could be done, another person who is possible with that would be Tashina, 'cause she is also a cleric.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why I said ask her to make, because it's a spell that pretty much any magic user can learn.
Yeah, I guess we should ask them then.
Any
Yeah.
magic user, everyone looks to Zadim, who's just like, yeah.
Yes, ask the nature man about this. He who sits in the woods on the regular.
I don't know why, but I'm just imagining about a stump.
Woods on the main.
It's where he does his best thinking.
So Kalia goes over to Demea and Tashina's table.
And this one I got is filled with chocolate. She holds up a thing, and it's this pastry that is very soft looking, somewhat, I wouldn't say spherical, but it's like a sphere that's been compressed.
Oh.
And the
Is
one
it a
she holds
crepe?
up, it looks like it's again, it's very soft, very like malleable, because she kind of like bends in. It's like bread essentially, but it's far too soft looking in a different manner that you can't fully describe. Like there's a crispiness and a softness.
What kind of thing is this?
Is this a donut?
She takes a bite out of it, and pulls it back, and she shows there's chocolate inside of it.
Is this a
It's a donut.
chocolate stuffed donut?
It's a donut.
Why is everyone so excited for a fucking donut?
Medieval donuts, man.
It does
Every
appear to
new
be-
food item that I didn't think existed here that does exist here is another thing I can potentially eat.
It does appear to be a donut.
It's a donut. A dog nut.
It is a-
God damn
it is in
it.
fact a do- Yep, it is in fact a dog nut.
Ah,
Want some?
guy. What is it?
Yes, and
It's a donut.
What's a donut?
Have some. Reaches into. She has a box of them.
Oh man.
She tries it.
You just grab one at random.
oh boy,
Yeah, she.
donut roulette.
Actually, for fun, roll a d12. Because there's a
Oh,
baker's
yeah.
dozen.
I thought
There
Baker's
was a
dozen was
Baker's
more than
dozen.
12.
Yeah, she's
There
eating
was.
the other one. I'm not excluding the one that she's eating.
Oh, okay. I have
Mm.
no idea what they apply to.
You're picking one up, and as soon as you like pick it up, your fingers are sticky.
It's glazed!
It is
Nice.
glazed. Like you're not sure
Oh.
what this is, and you're just like your fingers like popping off it slightly. You're like, okay, just put it in your mouth, and it's very sweet.
I love glazed donuts.
You're not sure if this would be
Mm.
100% your taste, but it's not bad. It's definitely a very good taste. It's just it's very different as well.
She would have taken off the gauntlets to try this, by the way.
Of course.
I would hope!
But like, this is tasty. I'm still not used to sweets, but like, this is nice.
I know, right?
She
So
finishes
good.
it.
Nom, 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 nom.
She takes a moment to like finish it, and sucks all her fingers to like lick off all the stickiness.
Obviously.
And she puts her gauntlets back on. And as she's doing so, she says, "Do either of you can either of you like remove magic?
Huh? Tashina
Do
kind
you
of
have
looks at her.
spells that can like get rid of magic?"
To a certain extent, I do. I
Limey just sent me a picture of a fucking donut. Fuck you, Limey.
Limey knows. Limey knows. I mean, I can certainly. I would need to do it tomorrow, but it's something that I can implore my god to see if they can give me the power to do so.
Okay, that would be really good, because I gotta be real quiet with this, but
She leans forward.
there are a few people around here that are, like, under the effect of enchantment magic. And they're like compulsively making things as if everyone's moving away from the town. And yeah, it's not normal. I think that
That's
was
weird.
it was a Lord Regis. I think the Lord Regis did it because the Lord came. He was like a dark skinned, kind of smooth, clean shaven face in armor with like a lady. And yeah, a lady by his side. And after that, apparently they were like told to move by the Lord. But yeah, I'm like, I feel like we need to like do something about these.
What was the Lord's name?
Lord Regis. Regus.
Check her history checks.
Actually, could we have made a history check when she said the name?
Nope.
A
She is a
noble lady.
Bill.
No!
Accustomed to the higher.
I'm crying inside.
Being a knowledge cleric is so much use because DC was 20 and she rolled a 10 on the die.
Ah.
So that means she got a 20.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Oh
how
my
my
god,
nerd
why
is.
me sending me pictures of donuts now?
Good. Spread the donuts.
Thank you for these donut pictures. Slime.
Well, I mean, I can't eat my screen.
Hang on, let me.
You can try
Is
if
she
you're
just-
bold enough, but
Is she DMing?
yeah,
Yes!
she's DMing.
Limey, slide me some of those. Slide so you can suffer with the rest of us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
S'il vous plaît.
Lord Regis? She looks
Yeah.
kind of like very confused, like very slowly blinking, just like blink, blink.
What? What's wrong? Oh, that's so tasty.
I should roll one other thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
hell yes, Limey. Thank you.
Uh,
Good stuff.
I'll wait
Just
for
hit the-
Madrino to
Quit nutting.
Stop
To
that.
finish
I'm
salivating.
in the middle of a different scene, Mad. The donuts can hold their horses.
Donuts, don't worry.
Demea just kind of looks between the two of you, just like, that name sounds familiar. Tashina, what do you think? Isn't he a lord of Tamdov?
Oh.
I don't know if that's specifically him, but
Mm.
I mean, it's there. I remember there being a party where I remember seeing a dark-skinned individual, but it could have been a different lord. But Regis is a family name from the lesser houses in Tamdov, not Halo. She kind of like shrinks back a little, like scrunching up as she speaks more and more, just like, not sure if I should be saying this, but I said it.
I don't know who this lord is, but that's so weird. It could have been an illusion. I don't know. He could have just been like disguising himself, so he looked somewhat different.
Maybe, but
But if it was him, then that could be like sabotage or something.
when you say sabotage, her eyes kind of widen slightly, and she looks very panicked.
Oh, no.
Sabotage.
Wait, whereabouts are we on the map?
You
Are we near
guys,
the border?
no, you've moved up more northwards into Halo. Approximately, you'd be right underneath the L.
Ah, okay.
Yes, a little bit more to the right.
But
It's like a squish.
I mean, I don't mean like trying. I don't know. But I heard there was like a problem with like someone giving out titles and stuff.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, but they're doing it anyway, and it's making me restless apparently.
Yeah, Daddy wouldn't let them do that. That's it's not how you're elected. You're elected to certain positions by the voice of your peers.
How about
That way that Dad knows that people who are over certain cities are people that the people trust. It's people like the dukes that he trusts, and the people like the lords that he trusts because they showed that the people trust them a certain amount of times over. It's why Halo's as strong as it is, because the people they trust the people above them. You can't just put someone over people without the people. That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
calm. We need to be quiet.
Sorry.
No one else knows that this is happening.
She looks like somewhat mortified and just like.
It's okay. It's okay. Right now, it's okay. Tomorrow we can help these people and then get some information. Okay?
Okay.
She
Oh.
picks up. She
I'm gonna say that was her, not me.
she's gonna go back over to the others. Unless they followed her.
Did we?
Did you?
I would have thought we did.
I figured this was at an inn or some.
You're in an
Something.
inn, yeah.
They're Tashina and Demay are at a different table though.
They were at a different table just because Tashina noticed Vierdrick was, talking with everyone else. Was like, I'm just gonna sit over here.
I can respect that.
She worries
Sorry,
that she
it's like
offends
this.
No. She's worried that she offends him because of the fact that she's royalty, and he's always talking about how they need to get her home. She's worried that she's being a burden, which you
Oh.
kind of guessed from the
Sweetie.
cart rides.
Poor thing.
She has nothing to prove to you, but she knows that you could be doing other things, but instead you're quote unquote stuck with her.
Oh, that's totally not how he said it.
That's how she thinks that he sees it.
You
Doesn't
need to
mean that
express that.
she's right.
Poor thing. Too bad Vierdrick's not touchy-feely, so he's not gonna
Yeah.
understand that or even say anything.
He's not gonna give her a hug to say, no, sweet bean, sweet child of mine.
No, if this topic ever came up, he'd be mean about it. I would have thought about that before you went and ran away, but okay. He's mean.
That's probably the reason why, she's not bringing it up to him.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Anyway.
she heads back to the table, and I assume this is the evening.
And I guess
so she's gonna eat dinner and probably head up.
That's fair.
did she share the info with us? Or wait, no, we all followed, didn't we?
If you followed, then you would know that, yes.
Okay. Did have I'm sure I probably would have asked before, even though I didn't think about this till now. But was there a reason why we didn't like send a carrier pigeon or something message to the capital?
Most of the cities you've been in haven't had carrier pigeon stations. The clergy do. There's obviously a cost for that, but they do have them.
Oh.
Okay. Cause like it makes more sense that Vierick would have like at least sent word that they are, you know, they at least have, yeah, they're on their way with their daughter.
Yep. Just mark off 5 gold.
Okay.
Do we want them to know though?
Yes,
Vierick would
Vierick
want
would have
him to
wanted
know.
let them know.
Yeah.
That's true. He would.
He would.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys would be like, it's a surprise. Vierick, no.
Yeah. No.
No.
I don't like surprises.
He does not. Then I guess should
Don't know
we?
why, but I just always imagine Vierick as being like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just a lot more compact. It's cool.
There. I was taking a drink, you son of a gun. I'm okay. I promise. I'm okay. It's just more,
The truth
with
is
more
too
hair.
much.
I guess with this new info, it would probably be a good idea to send another message to them. Maybe warning them about the stuff we come across if they don't already know.
Yep.
And yeah, and do they have a way to contact us back? Can they do that, or
only if you're willing to wait around for a carrier pigeon to return. There's the more expensive option of 50 gold for ascending, which does get an immediate response. Well, immediate per se, but it is 50 gold. They've got things to build, and those things require money.
Yeah.
Money.
This is a pretty weird situation, though, especially because we need to decide if we need to keep heading more west or if we need to keep going towards the capital.
Decisions.
I would say keep going west because it has been a week since that request.
Yeah.
Dashina holds up a hand. If you're sending a message to my father, I can stay here and then he can send people. We're only a week away.
Wait, am I over there? Do I hear this conversation?
I'm
you
assuming
go
so.
over
We're
there?
all here.
I would now presume that you've all made your way of moseyed on over.
I mean, I wouldn't not sit with them. That's the thing. Like,
I went over
they're
there, so bring your
probably
ass over here
preferable
and say.
conversation.
Yeah, we'll just
Also,
say
it's
we're all
fun
here.
to watch Demea eat her half her body weight. She usually restrains herself in sugar.
Yes. She also does eat vegetables.
Yeah, like a carrot.
A carrot, yeah.
Yes.
And not even like
carrot.
a full carrot, it's a baby carrot.
It's a baby carrot and it's a nibble on it. She
She
prefers
likes her
meat.
vegetables.
Yes, she likes
Did
her
we-
meat and her fruits.
did we-
covered
did we
in
ever figure
caramel,
out-
preferably.
Did we ever figure out where to?
Honey-glazed.
Well, there was word. Weren't we hearing that Demea's family or something didn't really want her? Or something weird like that.
They
Pretty much what you got was that her parents sent her to a dungeon.
It'd probably be best to send her. Are we just planning on sending her to the capital with, Tashina too?
At the moment, yes.
Okay.
That's probably not going to end well.
Yes, which, for people out of character, our lovely Demea, Emmy, is, unable to continue with us for some time, so we need to get Demea somewhere safe for the time being, in case she ever is able to free up her schedule to come back to us, but sadly we will be losing our sugary sweet Demea.
Oh.
Yes. But yeah, that was the plan.
Okay, I mean, at least it makes sense in character anyway.
Yeah. You guys were already heading to Halo. You had a place where, she was with someone who she was like, yes, good.
Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if it's worth that immediate response.
50 gold? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, 50 gold better spent buying Tinker's tools.
Tashina very shyly raised her hand again.
Mm.
If you wait
She
till
has
tomorrow, I can do that. Myself.
What do you?
It's a spell. It's called sending.
Oh, well, I guess if she can do it, we can wait a day to do that and get immediate response, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I forgot I had that.
You
I've
have
been focusing on doing other things. I've been wanting to make sure that that the mail was okay and that you guys weren't mad at me
You're
because
fine, sweetheart.
I'm so far away from my home. I've never been this far away without my dad before, or without guards.
I'm
Or
going to
without
hug
mom.
this poor child.
She like leans and she's just like,
There are like 4 people that are under the magic. Can you get rid of the magic of all?
No, not unless they were all in one place, and I don't think they're all going to be gathering in one spot. I could do it, I think, twice. Let me check. 3rd level spell slots. Twice. And if I was sending a message, I would only be able to do that once.
Once.
You can always send a message like on the journey.
I guess it would depend on when you would want me to send the message. If you want me to do the one thing over the other, I mean, we can wait another day. I mean, if we're...
I think we're putting too much pressure on this girl right now, so how about we wait on the message for the moment and deal with the immediate issue?
Beardrick just nods.
Okay, so for the moment, we're just going to be focusing on getting rid of the magic on these people, alright, sweetheart?
Okay.
Deep breath.
Okay.
Kalia sort of walks up slowly and goes, she'd like a hug.
Slowly holds open her arms, nodding, just, yes, please.
She kneels down and gives her a hug.
She gladly accepts it, just holding on, just like,
Yeah, it'll be okay.
You said if we went by, did the carrier pigeon message thing, if we wanted a response, would it come in the next day?
It takes time for it to get there, which is, it's faster than by foot, but it can take up to 3 to 4 days. Which by that point you'd be 3 to 4 days closer if you kept going, unless you stayed there.
It basically a bird seems like a moop.
Up to you guys, though.
Personally, I can wait for the message.
Yeah, I'd rather, Kalia would rather, like, wait until, back to normal before we continue.
Yeah, I mean, Beardrick agrees to that's right now the over message, but it's more of a question of spending the money to still do that anyway. Would it be who would do this message? Is it through the church or is it through like random people?
The church has one of the highest bird towers in the area. Halo is known for having a lot of clerics revolving around things such as knowledge, nature, information being part of knowledge, as well as war, as Zio is war domain. And so having messengers and ways to get information from one place to another, war domain definitely advocates for keeping information on the up and up.
Okay.
So basically all three of those all advocate for that, and Halo is known for having deep ties to all three.
Well, as far as getting a message there, through that, you said it's a spell. It would cost money to do a spell to get a.
Unless you asked Tashina to do it, which she could do that tomorrow, because she doesn't have that prepared today. She was not expecting to use sending today, because she didn't remember that she could do that today.
Yeah.
She's been worried about other things.
Okay, we'll just wait a day then.
Okay.
I guess we're good then for the day.
I'll actually need to talk to Beatrick once I can find him alone.
Okay.
I mean,
If he doesn't axe me in the face.
He
doesn't
have an
spend-
axe, he has a hammer.
Okay, lest he attack me.
it wouldn't be too hard to get him by himself. I mean, he doesn't actually stay with a group all the time or anything.
No, he doesn't, but if he saw me coming, he might walk away.
Be right back.
Okay. And he's not exactly trying to avoid either, so.
I wouldn't say avoid so much as don't want to deal with.
Yeah, he still doesn't really want to deal with her.
I don't know what's happening.
I mean, I guess you could catch him going off,
Savings time.
walking to the church or something. I don't know.
How did you find me? Don't ask these questions. So you just wait until he's alone in the inn, which wouldn't take too long because he tends to sit in a fucking corner.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to spend time just being near Tashina and Demea, even not talking to them really, but being near at least.
He lurks like just close enough, and then he kind of like slides away slightly when Demea like stares at him and slowly slides a donut at him.
Yeah.
Just like,
There's probably been
"We'll eat this."
plenty of hilarious situations between this group, but
just Demea just, here you go, and him just being like, I don't like, but it's bread.
what on the basis of I've never tried it before, I would try it.
It's there's a kind of a doughy texture to it. It's like eating a donut.
Mm.
It's got a little bit more sugar than the normal donuts that we'd be used to, just because they use a little extra every now and then. It may be a donut by donut, so some may have less, some may have more. It's not terrible, just a little sugary, just a little too sweet.
Yeah, he'll say it then. It's still too sweet.
I will find something.
Oh, it's become a
Crosses his arms
mission
into
now.
Vigric still finishes it though. He's not gonna just stop
I don't
eating
waste
it.
Don't waste
Food.
food.
He's not. Yeah, he doesn't waste food.
Don't waste food.
You know that face that kids make when they're trying to eat vegetables, but you know they don't like the vegetables, so they're literally chewing it like a cow? That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Oh my god. Is it inaccurate though? Is it inaccurate though?
Maybe. Oh boy.
Anyway,
Moving.
yeah, if you want to find him alone, he'll probably, I don't know, walk off or come back and just hang around by himself. I don't know, read a book.
So-
What the fuck does he even do by himself?
But you don't even know what your character does. So
I
you
didn't
just
think
leave the
about
fuck
this
out of it.
part.
I'll just say that he's fucking alone at the end because it's just fucking easier. Never. I'll take a seat beside him. kind of sits back for just a second and just... I'm sorry.
Oh, he's definitely looking at her now. He doesn't say anything for now. He's waiting for you to explain more.
I apologize for the deception a few days ago. I won't offer an excuse because I know you're not interested and that's not going to say anything, so just... I apologize. It looks like it pains her.
Wonder why.
I will make a request.
He slowly nods.
I don't want to deceive, so I will do my best to not do it. But I do have a few questions for you.
What sort of questions?
Well, one, for curiosity's sake, what the hell sort of paladin are you? I know there's different kinds.
Let me think. Would he just say it? You know, he would, and I'm trying to... There it is. Okay. I was like, I wrote it down.
Hold on,
I'm just
hold on.
like, what planet am I?
Most would say something along those lines, by the way, Taru.
Oh, okay. I guess he would say that then.
I don't see what that is.
I said it privately, so she wouldn't see that.
He says he marches under the banner of Zeus, which is his god. It's not like he's been quiet about what god he follows. Probably might have mentioned it in passing.
Would I know what god that is?
Roll a religion check.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I am never proficient in religion!
Well-
Fuck me!
Did I miss?
Nice.
I'm never proficient in religion. Oh, 20. No, that's fine. Zoo?
Not far as apologizing and questioning your trick.
Let me grab all the stuff that he's got over, because he's more than just the one thing. What? I don't make these people one-dimensional. That's boring. Zoo is the god of organized combat and, as such, war.
Just... like, you know how...
One of the other things with the 20, you do know one of the things about one of the stories of Zoo. It's like, you know, Norse, Greek mythos, where it's like, you know, this is where he came from. According to one of this, there's like 3 or 4 stories that go on about it, how Zoo arose from the clouds when Aitseh was turning her face to flee into the world and stuff like that. Others say no, Zoo came from the ancients and upon realizing combat, realized he was on the losing side and decided to join with Aitseh before she fled. Or no, he was created from the conflict itself, and from that he joined with the gods, and with them and him leading them helped to drive back the ancients.
So it's like no one can agree.
Essentially, yeah. They don't know whether or not, you know, to say that, you know, he was created post the fact, so he was a god, or they don't know. Oh, maybe he was an ancient. No, he's got to be a god. Which most of the gods have that issue, much like all the other gods in all other mythologies. No one can decide.
What he says is, you know how sometimes if you look at someone, but you don't change where your face is facing, you just see the eye, like, roll in that direction?
Yeah!
Essentially what's happening. Like, her eyes just kind of roll to look at him like, Okay. Somehow that doesn't shock me. Second question. You said you've killed warlocks before. Have you taken part in I don't even know what to call the ritual, where they essentially separate them from their patron.
Dawn!
Yes.
Have I?
1 second here.
Check those notes.
I don't think that your paladin type is the one who does it, but at the same time, this one is not on.
Okay. Then I guess I have. He shakes his head. No.
You act like I don't even need you to roll a thing. She relaxes like visibly at that.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna send you a thing real quick.
Oh dear. Wait, who?
Me, I guess.
I'm gonna wait until he sends this shit.
Yeah, we're all like sitting here, bated breath. What is it gonna say?
It turns out he hasn't just participated, he leads them.
Yeah, right?
Well, now I have to kill someone. Jesus Christ.
That'd be some interesting tension there, though.
Yeah, right?
That's not even tension. That's a question of why haven't you killed me yet?
Okay.
Because it definitely, you know, the way that you've been playing it has made sense considering, you know, with looking at Naivara's actions and such, why you wouldn't have killed her. So that's why I didn't, you know, just mention it before. Apologize about that. Next time, remind me. I thought I told you about that, but you know.
This makes complete sense. I think I'm gonna actually copy paste that into my
Notes.
character sheet. Into my notes.
These are important notes to remember.
Because
Slide that over here. Slide that over here.
my memory is shit, so I gotta do that.
Don't worry, that's why I take a lot of notes in Butter's game.
Yeah. Yeah, he just shakes his head and says no. He doesn't elaborate further.
So then, what exactly are your views on them?
If you're asking, you're not the first lock I haven't killed on sight.
That's not exactly what I was asking, but that's slightly reassuring.
I understand that circumstances are different. Sometimes things are not as black and white as they seem.
One more note for that.
What? Really? I had no idea about that. That's pretty important.
I'm sorry, what? Say that one more time? I didn't
Suspected only.
Oh, shit. Okay, I had no idea.
Suspected of what?
Don't worry about
he's
it.
sending this to her privately.
Nothing. about it.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, that's important.
Do you need a couple seconds to recover?
Give her a moment.
What he says is the same.
Yeah, he's already said what he was going to stick with. The
Yeah,
world's
he
not always
understands
black and white.
Yeah, he understands that.
Oh, thank God you're less of an asshole than I suspected. Less. But I will say that despite insanity, the tension, and sometimes the urge I'm sure that you share to smack that fucking hair off your head that I hit you so hard, it has been slightly enjoyable having a tank that doesn't lose his long sword.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, Don. It's okay, Don.
No, Ebrin.
No. Everyone
both ways.
Lost his long sword.
He holds up the sheath of it. I still got it. It was my battle axe. He pulls out the head of it. I'm gonna get you fixed eventually, I promise.
We're gonna get you fixed, baby.
We're gonna get you fixed, baby, I promise.
Stop and gotten that thing fixed, have we?
Nope.
There's a blacksmith in town. We need to fucking take him somewhere.
It's not
After
a
we help
blacksmith.
that
We
black-
need some kind of carpenter.
Oh, that's right.
It's
He
the
needs a fucking
handle.
woodsmith. God damn it!
And he needs one
Oh
to
my
make sure
goodness.
that it can, you know,
Handle
stand stand up to that. So he needs to get to a major city with a wizard wood carving
Oh my
forge or
God.
someone who can help make that. So yeah,
Oh,
he's been
Jesus
schooling for a while.
Carving wizard.
Yeah, that's how you make staves and stuff. You have to have wood carving proficiency.
Yeah, you gotta go to a wood wizard.
Well, I guess after Nivara says that, Virdrick actually kind of smirks a little bit. He's like, well, if you said that, then maybe you're not a completely lost cause.
She like okay. So all I could think was like a Ryan Reynolds exaggeration where he gasps and puts his hand to his chest. So she's like, "Oh my god, that's the closest to a compliment that you've ever given me. I'm glad we're making such progress."
Obviously, he kind of drops it a little bit, and he looks at you and he's like, I will still kill you if you mess up.
Oh, don't worry. My feelings are mutual. She just like pats the shoulder before she gets up.
Well, at least they've kind of reached an understanding. Oh, good, my heart can rest a little bit.
She wasn't liking the tension.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Virdrick can live with it. I can't. Okay, that feels better.
Sorry, my heart can rest easy now, thank God.
God, I learned so much more about Virdrick, too.
Don't kill each other.
Yeah.
Her main concern was she didn't know what side he was on anymore after that, so it's like, okay, is this motherfucker gonna have to... Oh, no. Okay.
Mhm.
Hang on.
Also, lads, round 2 of making a grilled cheese. Wish me luck.
Oh, no, don't burn yourself, please!
Please and no burn.
Man, you wanna know something
I make
ironic?
No promises. Yeah?
I actually should make grilled cheese. I can make those.
That is... Remember how I told you in the dream I was talking to you in NPR? That was the shit that you were fucking doing in my fucking dream. He was fucking cooking. It wasn't a grilled cheese, but he was fucking cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anything else you guys want to do while the night's still hot?
Work on training my puppy. I don't know if
Okay.
it's more of this.
Alright, so yeah, you're working on it. Roll another animal handling check. And also, Paris, roll that animal handling check with advantage.
Oh, what the heck? She gets advantage.
You'll understand why in a second. You
Oh,
don't complain. Complain
Hold
just
on.
yet. Bright Eyes is just watching you, just like, what the hell are you doing? I have no idea. What are you doing? I'm gonna wait until you roll yours.
Okay, one sec.
Not sure if it's taking a long time to load or.
I have to pull it up on my phone. You might as well tell her about it at this point.
Yeah. So Paris, as you're like, you finish with Virdrick, you're feeling really relaxed, and you're like, yeah, I got my little puppy. You're like, what sort of thing would you want to be trying to train him in?
Currently, it's kind of like stay, that sort of thing.
It's like when you're like staying, he like makes the motion. All of a sudden, you just see you're a little terrier just thump 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 go over and just sit down. And the dog just like is like motioning towards you, and then all of a sudden looks at it, looks at you, just like. And then you say stay. It looks at you, looks at the other dog, and the other dog just stays there. He just like looks just like pain, just like patting the floor, but he's staying. And then you're like, come here, and little terrier just boing 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 boing, and he's like, gotta catch up. And you realize Arcus is being a good role model.
Oh my god.
I'm going to pick up Arcus and hug him tight.
He wraps his little paws around you. He's just like, you owe me a snack.
Oh no, I just thought of something. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I still have that inkwell of sap. I'm gonna dip a finger into the sap and hold it out to Arcus. I'm going to sit and watch this with the biggest smirk on my face ever.
Did you just make it so he essentially had a peanut butter mouth?
Yes!
Oh, smooth move. And you can't even have him complain because she gave him a snack. And he took it willingly.
He's just looking very confused, like... Yeah, the little puppy's just like...
I'll give a little finger's worth to this one as well.
They're both just making the noise, just like... Both licking their roof of their mouths, like...
You just, like, throughout the whole night, you just hear... You just can't get any sleep.
They will eventually get rid of it, eventually.
Eventually. If they're lucky. Maybe. We'll see.
DM dependent.
We'll see. Yep. And you got it pulled up on your phone now, Mad? If you want, I can roll it for you if you need.
Yeah, just roll it for me. I'm in the middle of grilled cheese. That was a terrible thing for me to ask.
Oh no, I want to talk to the patron at night just for a quick second, just to do something.
15. What were you looking to
Nice.
do?
I suppose I'll start out with, say, maybe if I can get two, it's stay and come. If I can just get one, it would be come.
Okay. You're able to get come fairly easy. Whenever you say stay, it seems very confused, and it just walks up to you because it's currently thinking. You always, whenever you're speaking and you're directing it at me, I must come. So it's still learning. Still a little baby puppy. Still learning.
Like, he's pulling at me. He must want to give me back.
Yes, essentially.
Actually, I'm spend an hour training that dog before I head up and summon her, because I need Beardrick to stay in the fucking room.
I would presume so, yeah.
Kolo's probably had to sleep.
Of course. Alright. And what was it you wanted to discuss with your Patreon?
It is Patreon.
Your patron.
What did
Source
you
of
want to
revenue and
discuss
income.
with your,
Give me money.
with your
Feed me
benefactor?
paper.
It's literally a case of her having, like, Arcus as a dog,
Mm-hmm.
kind of stay near the stairwell and look down, and she just kind of, she's essentially asking her patron for insight on the palette.
On the paladin.
It's like, okay, how dangerous does he look? And does he look like he's gonna fucking stab me in the back?
Okay. So you ask that.
When in doubt, ask the near deity.
You ask, and Arcus kind of looks at you, kind of gives a little. All right. Let me roll that as well. Okay. Arcus goes over to where Vierdrick is. He just like sits down next to you, and you know who this is. He just kind of sits down next to you and just like makes a pawing motion, just like up.
Vera just looking at him. What do you want?
Sticks his tongue
Still
out.
not moving.
And he's like sticks his tongue out like.
I think he's saying feed. Is that like the feed me potion?
Kind of. It's like when the dog is like looking at you like, yeah, I see you have food there. Can I have a scrap? Can I have your whole burger? Can I have your whole steak?
Got any grapes?
Don't you have Nivaro for food?
He like makes like he like looks aside just like it's a look of maybe, and then he just like paws at paws at your knee just like.
He sighs. And he's like, he leans in a little bit and he looks at him and he's like, if I toss this, will you jump and catch it?
Excited tail wagging, just yes, I can do that. I can do that for you. I will entertain.
Okay, he'll like toss this scrap of food just to see him jump and grab it.
Will do tricks for food.
It's
well done.
it's a decent
Well
one.
done, son.
He jumps into the air, just catches it, and just drops to the ground, just like tail wagging.
Well
Just
done.
he looks at you, winks, and just like.
He doesn't really like that thing, but
He doesn't like the laugh, but at the same time, he did jump and catch it. He did a trick.
I know he enjoys making him do something, I guess. Something trivial and stupid.
In my brain, I'm just sitting here realizing, not only did the patron just impersonate Arcus well, she just got food out of it.
And Beardrick is none the wiser.
Arcus comes back. Doop, 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 doop. Sits down next to you. Like sits down, like lays down on the bed next to you. But
Navarre's jaw just drops.
She saw his butt?
no.
That's
But Navarre doesn't know that.
one, that's not what I meant. Two, how did you see his ass? Three,
He's got like layers of armor.
3. How nice is it?
How nice.
okay,
I
four.
skillful. Oh dear.
What is oh dear? Wait, what? What do you mean?
Oh dear, because you guys are hilarious. Not everything is danger. Only
Danger.
most things.
No, I thought she said oh dear is in like
no,
in
no.
response to how nice is it?
Oh.
No,
I'm like, oh dear.
she just rolls her eyes, just like, that's what you're focused on?
No!
Didn't think so.
But I'm still curious.
You'll have to see for yourself. That being said,
You gotta earn it.
that being said, he's dangerous. Very dangerous. Don't make an enemy of him.
I'm not attempting it.
I didn't say you were. Just try not to make an enemy of him.
Still didn't tell me if you stabbed me in the back.
Yes, because I'm able to read people's minds from this distance. No, I'm not able to do that. If he hasn't done so already, and you've been traveling with him for several weeks, I'd presume that if he had some sort of greater plan, he would have done it the few other times you would have passed through any places with the clergy. Now, wouldn't he?
Yes, but you also know that I'm terrified of. With good reason, I might
With
add.
good reason. I'm not saying that you don't have good reason. And that's why I said he is dangerous. Don't provoke him. Don't show off anything too fancy, although knowing you've shown off enough to make him aware. So long as he and you remain in good standing, I don't see a problem. I trust your judgment. Alright?
Alright.
You see her like this little soft grin on her face as she's just
Also,
Pats
thank you
your
for
leg.
letting me.
Hmm?
Thank you for giving me information that he seems to like dogs now.
I didn't say that.
I was gonna say questionable.
Yeah, she never said anything about the dog.
He seems to like it when Arcus performs tricks.
You weren't there, were you?
Yeah, she was speaking up from the top of the stairs.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Arcus was peeking up from the top of the stairs. I'm like,
No,
no,
I
he went
said
down
that. No, I said she has Arcus in dog form
Mm,
when the patron takes over and is watching from the top of the steps.
okay, that makes more sense. I thought you said that's like no, he's gonna walk down and talk to Vierdrick essentially, but in more of the can I please have food? And she just kind of shrugs at that. She's like, Some people are dog people. Maybe he's a cat person. You don't know. Smells funny.
It smells funny.
Not like in a not that way. Just smells interesting. Wonder how many undead he's fought. I could use someone like him for spelunking.
Oh no.
Alright.
Maybe
Thank
you
you,
should
Hans.
seduce him. Nah, I have your mother for that. Bye! Click.
Oh my god.
Oh lord. And with that, I have to be right back. Fuck me.
Actually,
So that's.
with that, that's where we're gonna end the session.
Alright, I'll be right back. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was fun. We gotta have some bonding sessions between Virdrick and Nivara, and with everyone else. The dogs
Bonding.
are,
Bonding.
you know,
Yeah.
continuing to grow up. You guys are still indecisive as to whether or not Tashina and Demea are going to head towards the capital, if you're going to head west first. But that's okay. We've got time for that. That's not the easy part, but it's easy enough.
Claire has no opinion.
Clear's just run along for the ride, just like, yeah, this is fine.
I'm lonely. I need friends.
You people are nice enough.
I need friends.
Please love me.
Please.
I wish we... I'm sorry, Virdrick is
Please
not
help
more
me.
social.
He's not social, but he's a good man at heart. Somewhere in that heart of
Somewhere.
his. But yeah. I'm actually gonna look real quick at that. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching this from the future, where we've posted this on YouTube, leave us a like and a comment if you enjoyed us. Leave us a dislike if you didn't, or if you think we can improve, and leave us a comment letting us know how. If you want to keep updated with our stuff, we have a subscribe button for just that. We have a bell if you want to be notified. We have a follow button on Twitch. Working on getting to subscriber, to getting to affiliate. Needing to do more with that, but we're getting there. One step at a time. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for letting us enjoy being here and letting you get to experience this with us. Getting to have the shenanigans and craziness, because we are filled to the brim with that. And yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
See ya.
Bye.